What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Savings Minus Debt. I am your host, LJ Young. What's up, Quentin? Quentin's the first one's in here. How you doing? Give everybody a minute to get up in here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Before I introduce myself, so I'll wait about 3 minutes or so before I get started here. Give a chance for everybody to get up here. And I did 3 hours ahead of time this time? I'm not sure. But welcome, everyone. Give everybody a chance. Get up in here. We'll wait. Because this has been a very, very wild time right now. Very wild. So what's up, Mark? What's up, Joe? Hello. Welcome, Joe. Welcome to the family. The SMD family, Savings Minus Debt family. Welcome. We're going to get started in about 2 more minutes. I want to give everybody a chance to get up in here. Cosmic Wisdom, hello. Hello. Welcome. I hope you guys have been joining us on the Discord server. I hope you guys have. It's been a good time. More and more people are participating in there. I see, Joe. Welcome. Yeah, I haven't seen your name before, so I appreciate you chiming in. Thank you, sir. What's up, Jaws 2003? Welcome. Get up in here. Juan, hello. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, Juan says a few credit cards was getting denied. Hey, it's starting. I keep telling people. All right, we got about 1 more minute, and we're going to get started here. What's up, Juan? Welcome. Hello, Jewel. Glad you can join. What is today? Thursday? Yeah, today's Thursday. Okay. Thursday. And if you are not saying anything, I want to welcome you to the channel. All right, we're going to get started in about 30 more seconds. Then I'm going to introduce myself and so on and so forth. And get to today's title. Hello, Nicer. Welcome. Glad you can join. Getting started about 20 seconds. Hello, Corey Anderson. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. Much appreciated that you can join. Ready to learn. I'm ready to teach, man. I love this stuff. Trust me, you come to the Discord server, you guys. I'm telling you. Let me put that Discord server link up in there. 1 second. I should have did that ahead of time. Oh, it's actually in the details of this video. Okay. Oops. No, I don't want that. Join the Discord server. And what's up, Uncle? Oh, this time slot is not bad. And the details of the video, under the details, you can see where the link is for the Discord server, where we chit chat, the whole SMD family, answering questions, throwing stuff out there, joking around, whatever. But it's mainly to do with finances. Okay, so we're going to get started. Hello, everyone. My name is LJ Young, and I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see outside what I call the debt matrix. And the debt matrix is a place where everybody lives that believes in credit and debt, believes in financing everything that goes down in value, but can't figure out why they're still living paycheck to paycheck, right? But what I do is expose the glitches in the debt matrix. And the glitches in the debt matrix are things that don't make mathematical sense, yet people keep doing them, right? They just keep, hey, a car goes down in value. If you keep financing it, you're never going to, the sale price of a car doesn't apply to people who you can't walk up to somebody and say that, hey, the sale price of that car doesn't apply to you if you're financing it, right? They'll say, why? Because you're financing it for 72 months. So at the end of 72 months, that's your sale price, not that sticker sale price. Kind of make people brains click, when I say things like that. All right. So that's what I do. That I expose these things, and remember, everything I'm saying, I can justify 100% true with mathematics, right? Now, if I say something that kind of offends you, All right. And I want you to understand that's a feeling. All right. That's like saying, hey, somebody getting upset because 1 + 1 = 2. Hey, 1 + 1 = 2. Oh, I'm mad about that. I don't like what you said. What do you mean? What are you talking about? It doesn't matter how you feel. It's 2, right? That's the same thing. Okay, same thing. So if you start getting upset and you get feelings, I want you to go back to math and say, but his math is right? Just do the math. Follow with me. Do the math. And then if you catch yourself, then you can see yourself saying, why am I mad at him if his math is right? See, so that's the glitch in the debt matrix. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, before we get started, this is a very, very important part I want you guys to do with me, okay? And I want you to carry this all the way through the title of this video, all right? So the title of this video is to never be financially terrified again, because in these times right now, no jobs, millions unemployed, you can't pay your bills, you don't know if you're going to lose everything. You lose the house, the car. I put all this money in this house. Now I can't, I don't know if it's still going to be mine anymore. This is the fear that's in a lot of people. That's why they're jumping online. Can't wait to get this $1,200 stimulus check, even though $1,200 is not going to do anything, right? Anyway, this is how I'm going to help you. Put it this way. I'm going to help you see something, because right now, if you're one of the people thinking like this, man, I can't wait till things go back to normal, right? I'm going to show you if you really, really, truly want that to, because we're never going back to the way life was before. Everything has changed, okay? Whether you want to accept that or not is totally up to you. But I'm going to help you determine if this is you wanting to go back to the old normal. I'm going to help you see if you really do. Are you really thinking about what you're saying? Do you really want to go back to that normal? Okay, so this is what I want you to do. In your head, I want you to add up all your savings, like cash savings, okay? Nothing with your name on it and the bank's name on it. None of that. Just the money you have in a savings account, under your mattress, wherever you keep some money. Then I want you to go to savings, and then I want you to add up all your debt, student loans, mortgages, collections, whatever. You don't really have to have it all the way down to the penny, but I want you to think of this number that would be big enough to cover everything I just listed, including mortgage, student loans, collections, all that, credit cards, everything, even the things tickets you don't feel that you should pay anymore. Whatever that number is, add it all up. And then I want you to go savings minus debt equals how much money I have in real life. One more time, add up all your savings and every penny of your debt, and then go savings minus debt equals how much money I have in real life. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to write down this number on a piece of paper. Just pick something, pick a scrap piece of paper, and whatever that number is, I want you to write it down. Make sure you put the negative in front of it too, because most likely it's going to be a large negative number. So put negative, whatever the number is, okay? And I want you to hold that through this whole exercise, okay? All right. Now that you can picture this large negative number, I want you to understand something. You will not, I'm looking at my notes, okay? You will not be able to do anything that I'm going to tell you while having this large negative number, because it is mathematically impossible to invest negative dollars into anything. You can't take negative dollars and invest it in the stock market. You can't take negative dollars and invest in some real estate. You can't take negative dollars and invest in Apple stock. You can't. It doesn't exist. It's not there. So you can't mathematically, all right? Now, I'm explaining something to you that I can clearly see, but many cannot. There's about to be a major housing and business crash. 2021, everything's crashing. Everything is crashing, and it's crashing unlike anything of this century. Anything. How do I know this? Millions, 22 million unemployment claims, 22 million jobs. It's going to crash. Those are all the people with no jobs, and they will not be paying their mortgages, okay? Because they have no money. So it's going to crash, all right? The landlords that have properties now, they're going to take a hit. And guess what? When you, how can I put this? I want to make sure I say this right. When you get out of debt, no, I don't want to put that ahead. When the landlords, put it this way, if you lose your house during this crisis and you're thinking, oh my God, I won't be able to afford rent anywhere, I want you to understand something. The landlords, 9 times out of 10, the landlords that are renting properties, they're in trouble too. All right. So don't worry about, don't think about how much the rents are today around in your neighborhood, because that's going to be non-existent come 2021. Don't worry about any of that. They're going to damn near pay you to live in their properties. I promise you. That's how hard it's going to crash. Okay. Now, as I'm thinking through this whole, now remember, don't worry about that. If you're in debt, you won't be able to rent anything anywhere because you're in debt. All right. So don't even worry about the prices. Remember that number that you have in your hand. If you carry that number over to the new economy, you cannot do anything. So when you catch yourself saying, hey, I want to go back to my old normal, you see that number in your hand? That's what you're saying you're going to go back to. If you want to go back to that normal, you're going back to that debt. Right here, I'm going to teach you how to get out of that so you won't carry that number to the next economy. Okay. Now, as I'm thinking what's going to change, this is what's going to explode. All right. Now, if you're in the IT, now these things are going to help you not ever be financially terrified again, because you won't. Only people in debt are terrified. When you get out of debt, it's not scary. The economy doesn't matter really. It doesn't change my life, even though there's no jobs out and people are not working and stuff like that. That has nothing to do with me. Well, not nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing, but it doesn't bother me. I barely even think about it. Okay. Now there's going to be exploding careers if you're in IT, right? Cloud computing jobs. And this is why I say cloud computing jobs, because now these businesses had to scramble to get people to work from home due to the coronavirus, right? Now, these same businesses, they're going to be like, man, we are saving money from people at home. And I kid you not, this is what I see them doing. They're going to copy the model of Uber, make everybody 1099 employees so they don't have to pay for insurance, all that health care, and as an employee, keep them home. They won't even need a building anymore because everybody will be at home. Cloud computing jobs, those are going to be the money makers, total money makers. I've been in IT. I was a cloud engineer for 20 years. I'm starting to get a lot of calls, right? And they're offering me this. Hey man, we'll pay you $60 an hour. We'll pay $70 an hour. I said no. I want $200,000 a year, because I already know where it's going. You're not paying me those pennies. You're not doing that. Get in IT right now, okay? Gyms like the gym, 24-hour fitness, LA Fitness, any of those gyms, those are history. I want you guys to understand that. Those gyms are history. Why do I say that? Coronavirus. How long do you think it's going to take for people to trust gyms? You know how you go to a gym and people don't even wipe them down, sweat is all over them, head sweat, body sweat. You think people are going to trust that again? Hell no. That won't happen for years. Those are out. So this is what I was thinking. If you live in a nice neighborhood and you got a good sized garage and you create a home gym, right? People are more likely to trust the people in their neighborhood that they know, and they see you guys, and the person who has this in their gym or in their garage, make sure the customers are seeing them clean it all the time. Hey, I clean after every session, so people can gradually start trusting again, right? But they'll more likely trust you in your neighborhood than the gyms. They're not going to do that, all right? And with people will be working from home now, right? They'll be working from home. So normal workers will start working from home, and then they'll work longer hours because they will equate not having to deal with traffic anymore. So they'll work even more hours, right? So they'll be even though they're home, they won't be leaving home. More takeout food. Obesity is about to go through the roof. You understand that? Obesity is about to go through the freaking roof. If you get in the healthcare field, you're going to be making so much money. Obesity is about to, all the food is being delivered. All you got to do is pay attention to right now. Pay attention to what's going on right now. Can you see the fast food businesses are going through they're making so much money right now. Fast food, they're making so much money because people just don't know how to cook, don't want to cook, whatever. Obesity is about to go through the roof. Get in the healthcare field, right? The movie theaters, they're about to get all shut down, like AMC, all that stuff. People are not trusting that anymore. That's done. Those are done. Anything like crowds, that's done, right? I guarantee. Now, this is a long shot, okay? I think drive-ins are going to be coming back, right? I think drive-ins are going to, because people still like to get together, but you can't do social, because this thing is going 18 months. I want you guys to understand it. It's not going to stop in the end of April. It's not going to stop in May. We're going 18 months. 18 months. All right, so be ready. I'm giving you guys some ideas to make some serious money in the new economy. Okay. Another one. Now, like I said before, next year is going to be so many foreclosures. Woo! Okay, put it this way. There's trillions of dollars in mortgage loan debt. Trillions. That's millions of people that believe they're homeowners. Okay. Because if you have a mortgage, no mortgage in the world makes anybody a homeowner. Nobody, but millions of people believe they are. Whatever, doesn't matter. As long as you're in this room and you understand mathematics and you say, hey, that's true. I couldn't have bought the house without the bank's money or the bank's help. Yeah. So the bank said, in order for you to borrow our money, we're going to hold on to this house until you pay us back. You said, okay. And then you sign on the dotted line. That's not your house. So millions of people are going to lose their homes. Okay. Storage facilities. You know what's so crazy? I live down in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, right? And these storage facilities are going up all over the place. I'm like, why are they building so many storage facilities? Like it's going out of, 3 stories, heated, all this other stuff. Foreclosures are coming. Where are people going to put all their stuff when they get kicked out of the house that they never owned in the first place? Where are they going to put their stuff? Storage facilities. You better believe it. That's a moneymaker. Pay attention to your area, wherever you live. Just take a look around. Be like, man, are there storage facilities going up? See how many storage facilities are going up in your neighborhood. That's why. Okay. But remember, sorry, I'm looking at my notes. But remember that large negative number, piece of paper you got in your hand, your head, whatever. You can't participate in any of those investments as long as you're in the negative. Whatever that big negative number is, remember, you can't invest negative dollars into storage facilities, IT jobs, drive-ins, health, fitness, gyms, equipment, stuff like that, because those big gyms are going to be selling their stuff. Okay. All right. Like right now, and this is my opinion. Okay. This is my opinion. All right. And like I said, there's many things I can see now that I'm debt free. There's 2 economies. One you can see, one that people in debt can see, and then one people not in debt can see. This one, the invisible one, runs that one, right? But it's part of that one. That's the best way I can describe it. They're together, but if you're in debt, you'll never be able to see this one because it's mathematically impossible, right? This is my opinion. I think they dropped the refinance of the percentage rate for house loans. They dropped them really, really low, which would cause people to go refinance in this pandemic, right? Go refinance. So in their minds, they're thinking, oh, I'm going to get a better rate. I'm saving money, not realizing once they refinance, they're stretching right back out to the 30 years. Who knows what type of mortgage they have? If you got anything below the best, you are screwed. Okay. Anything below the best mortgage in the United States of America, you're screwed. Anyway, it really doesn't matter. If you one of the people that refinanced your house, now you refinanced the full amount of your house value today. So now you are locked in. When this housing market crash happens and your house loses so much value, guess what? You're going to still be locked into that loan. You know what makes you do that stuff without paying attention? Debt. I guarantee you a lot of people did this. Oh man, I'll refinance my house. I'll take this money since I lost my job. We don't know when we're gonna work again. We don't know how we're gonna pay these bills. I'll refinance the house. It's my equity, whatever. And then they sit on it and then they spend it to live their lives, which is, I mean, it's a normal response, right? But they don't know they dig themselves deeper and deeper in debt. So by the time 2021 comes around and housing market crashes, you're stuck. Bye-bye house. But if you were smart, a lot of people in debt don't think like this, but I want you to follow me mathematically. Okay. Follow me mathematically. If you had enough equity in your house today, right now, I don't care if you lost your job. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you have enough equity in your house right now, refinance your house and pay off your student loans. Pay them off. Once you pay them off, they're out from under the bankruptcy protection umbrella. You bring it over here. Now, if you keep your job, great. You pay your mortgage, blah blah blah. You just do what you normally do. But if you lose your job and lose everything, guess what else? Not only do you lose your house, guess what else you lose? Your student loans. How many people you think going to do that? Not many. Know why? They're in debt. They can't see that. They can't see it. Investing implies that you have extra money to invest, to play with. To say, hey, if I invested $10,000 in this and I lost it, it wouldn't hurt me. It wouldn't prevent me from paying rent or paying my car note. That's extra money. That's when you have money to invest. You got that large negative number in your hand. You can't invest anything with that large negative number that we started at the beginning of this video. That's the money you have today to invest in anything right now. If somebody's coming at you right now and say, hey man, you should invest in this, stocks are low, this is going to do that and this, you just look at that large negative number and say, nope, I can't. They're going to say, why not? You're going to say, because I'm in the negative. And that's mathematically impossible. Okay, that's all you got to say. All right. Put it this way. Let's put it this way so you guys can kind of, like right now, student loan interest rates have been frozen. They're frozen. Interest rates are frozen. Okay. If you have the money and you still got a job, right now is the time to pay off your student loans. Right now. Right now. Right now. Put it this way. Invest in yourself first. So say like your student loans are costing you 6% a year. You got an annual percentage rate of 6% on your student loans. Pay your student loans off. That's a guaranteed 6% you will never have to pay again, while millions do. There's trillions of dollars in student loan debt. Trillions. That's millions of people. And imagine, say like everybody in all of the millions, they all paid 6%. You paid yours off. You no longer pay 6%. Now you're saving that 6% while millions of people can continue to pay it. So whatever that difference is the money in your pocket. This money right here that they're losing, you're gaining. That's called phantom income. Always think about money collectively, no longer individually. That's the only way I think about money, collectively. So for example, put it like this. Say like the average car payment is $500 a month. Okay, that's $6,000 a year. We are trillions of dollars in car loan debt. Trillions. That's millions of people paying $6,000 a year. Okay, I own my car. I don't pay any kind of car payment. So now I make $6,000 more per year than the millions of average people that pay it. That's called phantom income. That is real. The only people it's phantom to is if you're in debt. See that large negative number I had you write down? You will never see what I'm talking about. It's impossible for you to see it or even believe it as long as you're in the negative. I promise you, it's real. Okay? All right. Here's another one. Remember, As long as you guys keep that large negative number, you have no idea and will never be able to use this in the new normal. 2021 on, it's going to be totally different. Whatever you knew financially before this year, it's doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. Put it this way. Trillions of dollars in mortgage loan debt. Trillions. Millions of people that believe they're homeowners. Say like they were paying whatever percentage rate they're paying on their mortgage, right? And you don't. Whatever that percentage they're paying, you're making because you think about money collectively. Now, put it this way. You ever wonder why when you're in debt, nobody really pushes you to pay your house off, right? Nobody really thinks about it because it's 30 years. You're like 30 years. Woo. And the majority of the investors never will tell you, hey, pay off your house. Pay off your house. Nobody really ever says that. I'm going to put it in a different way so you guys can understand this, so you can understand the logical, smart move to pay off your house first. Trillions of dollars in mortgage loan debt. Trillions. That's millions of people who believe they're homeowners. You don't have a mortgage. You now instantly become financially ahead of those millions of people that believe they're homeowners. Why? Put it like this, for example. People walk around every day calling themselves homeowners with mortgages. Right? Imagine this. If I was in a crowd, I was on a stage. Imagine me up on a stage, and then there's a crowd of people in the audience. There's a whole audience, all right? And then I would say, everybody who's homeowners, raise your hands. Right. And then imagine a large population of the crowd raise their hand. Right. And then I go like this. Those of you with no mortgage, put your hand down. Right. And then they put their hands down. And then you know what I would ask the people with their hands still up? I'd be like, why is your hand still up? Math says there can only be one homeowner, the person with the title in their hand. So I would ask the people, why do you guys believe you're homeowners when you're not? You got to stop thinking that way. People put their hands down with no mortgage. Other people still have their hands still up. Why you have your hands up? You're not a homeowner. Two people can't call themselves homeowners. One pays cash and one with a mortgage, but yet they're both calling themselves homeowners. You can be a true homeowner. Imagine the investment is right in your face. Millions believe they're homeowners, and you truly are one. Imagine the percentage of people that truly own their home. You'll be part of that. Next year, you'll be able to do that, not with that large negative number, but next year when the housing market crashes, you'll be able to get 2 houses for the price of 1, maybe 3. If you ever had wanted to buy a house with cash, next year, 21, 22, and 23 will be the years you can do it because you'll get 3 houses for the price of 1. Believe that. How do I know that? 22 million people unemployed. That's how I know that. Those people are not. A mortgage is the biggest ticketed item on the majority of those guys' list. You ain't got no job. You can't pay no mortgage. Foreclosure. Look how many people was trying to get their mortgage payments deferred or whatever. They're not. I don't think many people know what the meaning of deferment means. They're just taking your payments and then they're putting it to the back of your loan. You're not getting away with nothing. You're actually going deeper in debt. Deeper. You take that large negative number over to the new economy coming next year, you're going to be in the exact same terrified position when you get over here too. It's not going to be any different. Now, if you're new to the channel, this is going to be a hard one to swallow because this applies. I always told everybody here, this applies in the old economy, before 2020, into the new economy. Economy classes do not exist. They don't exist. They exist for you. If you're holding that large negative number, There's a couple of classes that exist for you, but not the classes that you're thinking. Lower class, middle class, upper class. Those classes don't even exist. That's just made up. You can't see that when you're in the debt matrix. Those classes, they belong in the debt matrix. If you got a large negative number, that's why you believe lower class, middle class, upper class exist. That large negative number that you're holding, you know, the only class you belong in is the debt class. There's only two, the debt class and the non-debt class. If you're holding that large negative number in your hand, that's what class you belong. It's the debt class. You're just in a debt class. And if you want your old normal to come back, that's where you're going to be in the new normal. You're going to be in the new normal in the debt class. I promise you. I promise you, if you don't get rid of that debt number, you're going to be terrified again. You're going to always live, oh man, what if this happens? What if my car breaks down? What if the economy crashes? What if I lose my job? When you get out of debt, none of that stuff exists because you don't care. You're not in debt. Even in a time like this, I'm living proof. Even in a time like this, this time doesn't terrify me. I'm just looking at what's coming. Oh, that's coming. Housing market crash is coming. Okay, I got to get ready for that. IT cloud jobs are coming. All right. Businesses are going to start moving people to homes. Okay, that means 1099 for everybody. Businesses are going to save money. They're going to close down because they don't need these buildings anymore. Everything's going to change. I want you guys, but if you're in debt in this new economy, guess what? With 22 million, I know this is a little bit off, but I need it for you guys to understand this. Even with 22 million people, no, let's put it this way. Some of you guys are working right now and you are taking 20% pay cuts. 20% pay cuts, not hazardous pay. Not continue to work in an environment that something can kill you, like the coronavirus can kill you. They take away your money and you stay. You know why you stay? Because you're in debt. If I had a job and they said, not only are you going to work, LJ, but you're going to take a 20% pay cut, you know what I would say? No, I'm not. I quit. I'm not a slave. What, you're going to cut my, wait a minute. You're going to cut my pay 20% and I still have to work in a hostile environment, that's something that can kill me, that I can go out, breathe in, bring it home to my family and kids? I would say, no, I quit. I'm not in debt. I don't have to do that. I'm not in debt. Not rich, in debt. Now I want you guys to understand this something, okay? Because I see this coming. I see it. They cut these people's pay 20%, okay? When this pandemic is over, things start to be on the incline, you think they're going to get that 20% back? No, they're not. No, you're not. If this happened to you, you're not getting that 20% back. You're going to stay there. You know why? Because there's going to be millions of people with no jobs that will be happy to replace you for less money because they've been out of work for over 18 months. You better believe they're going to take anything. So if this is you working for less money in a hazardous condition, even when you should be getting more money, only slaves do that. Only slaves do that. Shout out to Mike Rambo for the $5 super chat donation. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. I hope you know that. Before you can stop being terrified, right? Before you can stop being terrified, you must get to zero first. Now imagine what you thinking of, that large negative number. Imagine if somebody came and wrote you a check that cleared, that said, here you go, pay off every single penny of your debt. How would that make you feel? How would you feel? Would you feel like you could do anything? You probably do just anything, right? You can move somewhere, you can move to another state, you can just do anything you want. That's what it feels like to have a net worth of zero. Not $1 million, not $1 billion, not $1 trillion, zero. But while you're in debt, if I would walk up to a person in debt and say, hey, man, I have a net worth of zero, they would think I'm crazy. Why is he telling everybody he's broke? Why is LJ telling me he's broke? Hey, man, hey, check it out. I have a net worth of zero. You're broke. Only people in debt believe that. You have to get to zero first. And you'll do whatever it takes, because I'll tell you this, if you don't, you will be a slave until you are dead. Dead, especially if you have student loans, okay? I'm just looking over my notes. I want you guys to pay attention to a couple of things while you have been in quarantine, okay? I want you guys to pay attention to something. Right now, if you unplug from your phone, unplug from the news, unplug from your friends, unplug from the TV, unplug from everything, and you can't go anywhere, you're in quarantine, right? Right now, money should be the lowest point on the totem pole. It should be really low. Even if you had $30,000 cash in your house, you couldn't do anything with it. You can't spend it nowhere. You can't even go anywhere. So money should be a low on the totem pole. Now, I know it's hard to see when you're in the midst of this terrifying epidemic. You're thinking about money. You're thinking you're going to lose everything. This is what else I can see, so you guys can, to help you not focus on losing your car, losing your house. Nobody's at work. So if you ran out of money and couldn't pay your car note, couldn't pay your house note, nobody is even picking up your car for another year. That's millions of people. I think collectively, okay? That's not just you. That's millions of people that are not going to pay their car notes. You think they can pick up everybody's car in say a week or two? No, that's going to take over a year. So don't even worry about that. No, your car is not going anywhere. And your house? Oh, that's a whole nother story. Year, 2 years, don't even matter. Take that off your mind. That's millions of people. I'm trying to teach you to learn how to think collectively. And it's really hard when you're immersed in that. You got to unplug from all the media so you can think. Pay attention to this. I'm gonna give you guys of how it is once you become debt free. Have you noticed that days of the week don't matter? Saturday and Sunday, they used to be called weekends. Now they're just days, right? It's just Saturday. It's just Sunday. Time of day don't even matter. You know the day of the week? Do you forget the day? What is today? Is it Tuesday? That's how it is when you're free. Those are tools. Time, that's a tool. I only need it when I need to schedule to talk to somebody. Other than that, I don't care about time. I don't care about the day of the week either, unless I'm scheduled for an appointment. If I need it as a tool, that's when I need Monday, 2 o'clock. See what I'm saying? But other than that, when nothing's happened, I don't care what time. That's how it is right now. So if you're feeling that and you make it feel like you're lazy for not knowing it, or maybe because you're sleeping too much, or no, you need to soak that in to understand if you chose to do that, you can do that when you're debt free. If you want to sleep all day, you can sleep all day. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be grinding 24 hours a day. That's a lie. That's a lie. Who wants to grind? I don't want to grind. I don't grind all day, 24 hours a day. Don't sleep. Only lazy people sleep, or go-getters don't get this. That's all debt talk, okay? When you get out of the debt matrix, you're like, I don't want my life to be 24 hours a day grinding. No, you don't have to. That's not true. That's not true, okay? All right, let me get to my finalization of this topic. And then I'm going to take some questions. This is what you should do, okay? Right now, you guys don't understand that at this moment, those of you guys that are listening to me, I want you to listen to me closely. Holding that large negative number in your head, you wrote down on a piece of paper. Right now is your get out of debt free card right now at this moment. But you have to let go of everything you don't own. Anything with your name on it and the bank's name on it, you do not own it. You got to be ready to let it go. Right now, if you've lost everything, and it'll take you more than 10 years to pay it off. Right now is your get out of debt free card. Chapter 7, guaranteed. I didn't say chapter 13, chapter 7. Take your stimulus check, go see a lawyer, pay for a lawyer, make sure it's done right. Okay, make sure it's done right. Say, hey, man, I lost everything. I want chapter 7. Start with 0. Chapter 7 will get you straight to 0, and you're ready for the new economy. Okay, there's a whole new economy. You want to be ready for it? You want to see it? You want to even do any of the things I was talking about today? You must be at 0 first. How do you want to become a millionaire? First, you must learn how to count to 1 million. Now, I know you're thinking, oh, that's easy. 1, 2, 3. And then I would stop you and I would say, hold up that piece of paper, that large negative number. That's where you start counting to 1 million. So whatever that negative number is, if it's 50, if it's say like your number is negative 50,000, negative 50,000, negative 49,000, negative 48,000, negative da 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 0. 1, 2, 3, 1 million. Math and money are one. The only thing that can separate math from money are feelings. If you see this large negative number and you don't believe it, that's a feeling. That's how you feel about mathematics. It doesn't mean anything. You'll never be able to get to 1 million if you don't know how to count to 1 million. You got to the laws of mathematics say you got to start from somewhere. You start with that large negative number. That's where you start. I don't care how you get rid of it. Right now is the time to file for chapter 7. Okay. It can get you there just like that. You don't have to wait like I did. I had to wait 3-4 years to pay off all my debt first. I had to pay that all off. It took me years. You can get it just like that. Now, I know you're thinking, dang, LJ, man, if I file chapter 7, I'm going to lose everything. This is what I want you to understand. Whatever you own, you cannot lose. You can't lose what you own. So if you're a homeowner with a mortgage, you don't own the home. If you're making car payments, you don't own the car. If you're making payments on a freaking cell phone, you don't own the cell phone. Right now, you get to change that forever. Once you change that and get out of the debt matrix and come outside the debt matrix, you will never be financially terrified again, ever. Nothing. Nobody will be able to financially fool you. Nobody will be able to trick you. Nobody will be able to scam you. Nobody will be able to. They can't, because you got to remember, any financial scams don't make financial sense. That's how you know it's a financial scam. Scams don't make any type of mathematical sense. None. Zero. You're like, that's a scam. Why? Because it doesn't make mathematical sense. That's why. It's a scam. Scammers won't be able to fool you. You'll be able to pick the right people to be on your team. How do I do that? I ask to see their personal credit report. This is what I'm telling you. This will be yours. Okay, this will be yours. Once you get out of debt, your credit report is going to look a certain way. What's it going to look like? I'm not talking about the credit score. Not talking about the credit score. I'm talking about the entire credit report. You know what it will look like? It'll be one page with a whole bunch of zeros because you owe nobody. You know how many people got on their credit reports that have a bunch of zeros? Very few. Very few. So anybody you do business with or something like that, you say, hey, let me see your personal credit report. It'll tell you everything you need to know. That'll be your gift. People can't just make that up. They can't. Half the people won't even know what you're talking about. They'll be like, oh, my credit score is this. You're going to, no, I didn't say your credit score. I said your credit report, all three. If they got student loans older than their children, you don't take financial advice from them. That makes no sense. Why are you keeping your student loans for 25 years? It doesn't make any sense. And you're trying to give me financial advice? That makes absolutely no sense. This will be your gift. In the new world, in the new economy, not new world, new economy. I call it new world because to me, it's going to be a whole new world. It's going to be a whole new world. All right. That's what's going to make you never terrified again. You're going to be economy proof. You're going to see everything coming from a mile away. You're going to be able to see like pro athletes that's making millions of dollars, actors going to be making that'll make millions of dollars in the debt world. That seems like, ooh, that's a lot of money. But if say like there's a pro athlete that's making $5 million a year. If he's $10 million in debt, he's in the debt class. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter. You probably can see right now, just kind of not very much because you're probably caught up in your turmoil right now, but everybody's on the same playing field right now. It doesn't matter who you are, a rich person, poor person. It doesn't matter. Everybody's on the same playing field. And you better believe. Let me tell you guys something, okay? You better believe these people that you thought were rich, they're just as terrified as you. And you're going to see them. You know why? Because this is going to go 18 months. People in debt that have been putting up a front, they can't last 18 months. They can't. 18 months? No, sir. They're not. They can't. And then you're going to see them. This will never happen to you again, ever. This will never happen to you. There will no longer be any surprises. If your car breaks down, you won't have the money to fix it. If something breaks in the house, you won't. That will never happen to you again, ever, ever. Emergencies won't pop up on you like that. That doesn't happen. All right, so we're going to get to the, let's get to some questions, especially if you're new to the channel. Shout out to Quentin Cameron for the $5 donation. Much appreciated to the Cash App. Thank you, sir. Especially in times like this, I really appreciate it. All right, so let me go up here. Let me see, make sure I don't miss anybody. What's up, Hyphy? I didn't see you walk up in here. Best version, Dale. Hello, sir. There's the link to the Discord server. Please join us there. We had, I keep repeating this, we got to get more people in there. So we had two SMD family members, Mike Rambo and Ulysses, DTN Window Cleaning, purchase two sessions of my time. We're going to raffle it off inside the Discord server to two lucky people in there to talk to me and to whatever they want to talk to me about their finances. I'm going to give them advice and what to do and how to do it, et cetera, et cetera. So, all right. So please join that Discord server and hopefully be one of the winners and get free time with me. If you go to SavingsMinusDebt.com, you will see how much my time really costs and you get it for free. Two people. Okay. Dale says, calm the masses. I'm trying, Dale. I'm trying. One person at a time. Joe says, wow, literally just learned something. I like it already. Thank you, sir. Please don't forget to subscribe. Be part of the SMD family and join the Discord server, man. We would love to have you. Be part of the SMD family. All right, let's see here. You guys are doing a lot of talking amongst yourself. I like that. I really like that. Hyphy says about 50% of wholesalers and flippers are about to be put out of the real estate game. Only those get creative will survive. You better believe it. Thank you, Hyphy. Those people that you see on these TV shows, house flippers, and probably people that are flipping houses with like FHA mortgages and stuff like that, they're about to be out. They're done. They will not be able to go 18 months. 18 months, right? 18 months. With a housing business market crash, there is no way they're going to survive that. No way. No way. The type of loans that they get will tell. They should. If you're in debt, you can't tell. But all you got to do is tell what type of loan they get to do this flipping the houses. If it's not the best loan, that's a problem. You know, if you come up and say, if this house flipper says, hey, man, you should get one of these FHA 203 KB, blah, blah, blah type of loan to doing this. This is all you got to say to them. Is that the best loan to get? Don't worry, they have to tell you no, because it's absolutely not the best loan to get to do anything that they're trying to do. And then you ask them when they say no, or you say, why didn't you get the best loan? Why would you get a more expensive loan? Why would you spend more money on a more expensive loan? Because they couldn't get the best loan. There's a reason why they couldn't get the best loan. Okay. Their personal credit report will tell you why. I promise you. Well, you're right, Hyphy. Those, they're about to get it. Jaws 2003 says, I'm seeing that right now. My classmates that have fitness businesses are offering more personalized classes for clients. You know why, Jaws 2003? Because they're out, their business is done. Social distancing. You can't be up on people like that anymore. That's done. They got to be online. They have to be online. Hey, I'm not knocking fitness people. They should go right now, get online 100%. Right now, just get online. Do whatever it takes to build your brand. First, you got to build trust. Right now is not a seller's market, right? You got to build trust. There's going to be 1 million fitness people online right now. So now the average consumer got to weave through all the amateurs and the mid people and the professionals. And here are the successful professionals out here. They got to figure out how to get to the crowd and say, hey, I'm the one that knows what I'm talking about. How can you do that? You got to earn their trust first. You got to get online because the traditional gyms, those are done. You know how long it's going to take people to trust the coronavirus is totally gone. They're not going to risk catching something from somebody and bring it home for a gym session. No, they're not. They're not. It's time. BLNS Holding. Glad I bought my treadmill in December. Yeah, you're right. Don't worry, though. I know they're hard items to get right now, but don't worry. Everybody that's buying gym equipment right now, they're going to be selling it for half price in 2021. And you know what's going to be more? The big gyms are going to be, they got to do something with all that equipment in those gyms. They're going to be selling it. Right now is the time to start creating a nice gym inside your garage, okay? It's going to change because a lot of people don't realize, just like I said earlier, big gyms, LA Fitness, 24-hour fitness, all those, they're done. Nobody's trusting that. You think the coronavirus going around, you think they're going to trust somebody's sweaty, nasty butt on a gym and it's not even properly clean? No, sir. They're not doing that. But they will trust somebody local, especially if they know the person. Oh, man, I know Jim, man. He cleans his equipment after each and every session. I watch him. I come over there. He has his door open. He lets us see it. That's who they're going to trust. That's the future. Herbert Walker says, I love drive-ins. Oh, yeah, they're coming back. I don't know for sure, but if somebody had enough money and redesign, you know how they redid bowling alleys? Like they're fancy now. You got dinner. They're not like the old school 70s and 80s bowling alleys. They're the new fancy. Do it drive-in that way. Make it, I don't know. They can, you got enough money. You can make that just look phenomenal. I know there's a way to do it. But they're going to have plenty of room when they knock out all the AMC big movie theater buildings because nobody's going into movies no more. Knock all that land down, put up a drive-in theater. That's the future. Herbert says, very few people walk in my neighborhood. People are going to get fat. Oh, obesity is about to go through the roof. Go through the roof. But if in your neighborhood, you got a nice gym in your garage and people are driving by, and they see your garage door open and see you working out, they're going to naturally get curious because people are going to be more at home now because they're going to be 1099 anyway. And what would be more nice if they're working at home, they can just get up off their butt, walk down the street to the neighbor's house, work out, get up, leave, go back to their house, take a shower, and then they'll go right back to work on their computer or whatever they're doing. What could be more convenient than that? That's the future. You can't be in debt, though. Yep, they are. You're right. Hey, man, I could not figure that out. This is my opinion. I don't know if storage facilities knew something before we knew it because they were going up like hotcakes. I was like, why are they going up so many? Now I know why. Foreclosures. 2021, 2022. The biggest housing market crash in history is about to come. Believe that. Cosmic says storage facilities are well known to be recession proof as real estate investment. Most investors that own them started planning this about 3 years ago. Oh man, I bet you they just I can't even imagine the happiness of storage places right now. They got to be like, oh my God, we are about to be so rich. We're about to be so rich. Like, think about it. Just like Amazon, Jeff Bezos. Can you believe the excitement Jeff Bezos must have right now. He was already a billionaire. Now he's a trillionaire. And the only place people can really go to without problems is Amazon. They're going through oh my God. There could not be a better place on the board than where Jeff Bezos is right now. He is just all the 2-day stuff is out the window. He doesn't have to worry about the 2-day stuff. People will wait because they have no choice. So all the 2-day stuff is out the window. He's going to employ, oh my God, millions of people with no jobs. Jeff Bezos has all the delivery people he wants. When this stuff gets organized or gets calmed down, I guarantee you, he'll have so many people working for him. He will get to your stuff. He will get you what you need in an hour, no matter where you live. Because there will be enough people to deliver anything he wants. That guy, man, that position right there, man, that is just the ultimate position. Nicer says, this place I used to work at that's down the street from me moved their operation to Illinois, and the former company owner turned his building into a mini storage. So I look at that. I don't know if those guys know something that we didn't know. I don't know. Because it just doesn't make sense. Oh man, I want to invest in storage facilities. Why? Why do you want to? Why now? It's like you want to ask one of those guys, hey man, well, why now? What made now? I know why. Juan says some are offering 40-year refinances, and they accept it. 40 and 50-year refinances, Juan, they're going up to 50 years. Can you imagine how many people are refinancing their house for their house value right now today, which is at the highest? Not paying attention to what's going on around them. Millions of people unemployed. That's millions of people who are not going to pay their mortgage. Millions. Jobs are unsure, and you're refinancing your house. Now, I get when you're in debt and you're in fear and you're terrified. I totally get it. Totally get it. This money is going to save you. No, it's not. It's like the bank saying, here's a shovel, and you're going to pay interest on the shovel. Why? Because you believe the equity in a house that you don't even own is yours. So you're going to get it. This is my money. I'll ride this out. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. All the way into the ground. I know this is harsh to hear, but if you just soak it in and just follow the mathematics, you'll be like, oh, crap. That's not my house. No, you can just let it go. Whatever. Keep it. I don't want it. Because there's going to be houses like yours and many others for a quarter of the price you're paying right now that you just refinanced your house for. They're going to be going for a quarter of that price. No matter anywhere in the country, it doesn't matter, New York, Calabasas, California, it doesn't matter. The financial playing field is being wiped clean. Wipe clean, so you can live anywhere you want. I promise you. As long as you change that negative number to a positive number. But as long as you walk around with this negative number, you will not be able to do or see any of the things I'm telling you, because you can't do that while you're in debt. You can't do that. It's mathematically impossible to invest negative dollars into anything because the money doesn't exist. Gabriel says, LJ, my friends say having car payments doesn't mean you're broke. That's what broke people say. That's what all broke people say. Hey, having car payments, when I hear that, hey, having car payments doesn't mean you're broke. You know what I say? Okay. Sure. Does math say that? If you want to keep going on with people like that, you turn to them and say, but does math say that? Does math say that? They have to say no. And then you can say, then what are you saying? I don't get it. Does math agree with what you're saying? That's what you say, Gabriel. Does math agree with what you're saying? Death Note sure does. It is, Gabriel. Same as it is because you'd be renting from the bank. BLS Holding says 22 million. I only know a few that have lost their job. Now, let me make sure I say this right. 22 million have filed for unemployment. Okay. I don't know if that means the same as job loss, but 22 million have filed for unemployment. Okay. Cosmic says they don't, LJ. Deferment is putting your missed payments on the back end, but it's forbearance that the banks are pushing. Now, know the difference, peeps. Don't get caught up. I get what you're saying, Cosmic, and maybe you're right about the differences. But all I'm saying is that if you need to use any one of them, you're in trouble. Neither one of them are good things. Neither one of them. You got to figure out, why do I need deferment? Why do I need forbearance? Why do I need that? Figure that answer out. What's up, Dave Sincere? What's up, Jay Holly or Yellow Jay? I'm going to call you Yellow Jay. That's what it looks like to me. All right, let's see. Oh, gosh, that went fast. Okay, I'm trying to catch up here. Okay. I joined the SMD fam. I joined the Discord and changed my YouTube to my username. It was Holly J. LJ, you know me as the CC. Oh, yeah, I know who you are. I know you are. Glad to hear Cosmic, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Corey Anderson, how you doing, man? Taxes got me in the negative. What can I do? Converted 13 to a 7. Well, you can't bankrupt taxes, okay? So you can't do any of that. I would honestly, what I would do, and I'm just going by the little bit of information that you gave me. I'm a person that's going to get you out of debt the fastest. So what I would do is file Chapter 7, get rid of all debt, which gets rid of all debt except student loan debt and IRS debt. If it's just IRS debt, all your other debts are gone. Now you can concentrate on just the IRS debt. Because I want to tell you something, Corey. IRS debt is the absolute worst debt to have. Don't ever have it. Play by the rules. Okay. IRS debt is the first debt you need to get out of, right? I know they allow you to put it into Chapter 13. It makes no sense. Chapter 13 are for people in debt. People in debt that want to keep the things that they don't own. Chapter 13 is for those people. Get Chapter 7, okay? Wipe out all the other debt. Concentrate on that IRS debt. You want to get away from that. And when you get out of that, take the time to understand the rules. Taxes can help you build wealth, okay? I didn't know that until when I was in debt. It works opposite against you. When you get out of debt, they can help you build wealth because you'll start thinking about money collectively. That's the best way I can put it. So get out of, pay off your other debt, file Chapter 7, get rid of the other debt, and then pay off your tax debt. Okay. Gabriel says, what are you going to do, LJ, during the quarantine? Everything I've been doing before the quarantine. I go work out, go to the park. I live in a beautiful area, go outside, I just enjoy my life. I work out at the park, work out at home, outside. When I wake up, I know once you wake up and take a shower and then you get in the kitchen, start eating, you realize the world is different now. But my world really doesn't change that much because I was prepared for this moment. So I just do what I can do and I learn, right? So right now I'm learning basic Spanish, I, A, E, O, U. I gotta learn the vowels of Spanish, right? I've always wanted to learn Spanish, always, all my life. Never had the time. Now is the time. So that's what I'm doing, Gabriel. I learned the vowels today. What's up, Joseph? Gabriel says, what do you think Trump's saying he wants to open the economy? I don't know. I just think he's saying that to keep people calm. Trump can't come up and say, hey, this is going to be closed for 18 months. People are going to a panic. They're already protesting. People are already protesting, and that wasn't even said. Can you imagine how people would act if they actually knew it was going 18 months? They would go crazy. You can't protest. The Constitution doesn't apply anymore. Social distancing. You can't protest anymore. You can't do that. You keep doing that, it's going to be martial law. One of many says, remember, viruses can't be catched, only formed as a bodily reaction. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, one of many. That's why, put it this way, that's why I don't pay attention to any of it. I don't pay attention to the news. I'm not going to wear a mask until they force me to. I'm not, because think about it. If you walk around and you get caught up in all this hysteria, and then you start seeing people with masks, it's going to start to freak you out, and you'll be like, oh my God, I better get a mask on. Everybody, no, you don't have to. You start believing that, you better believe your bodily functions your brain starts to send chemicals in your body of fear. You can feel fear. You'll start to think, if you cough, do I have it? Oh man, my throat is kind of scratchy. I might have it. All that is fear, just whatever. You hear somebody cough next to you and sneeze, or you'll be looking like, and then you walk in the stores. When I went to Costco the other day, Costco looked like I was on another planet. They was only let so many people in. They got all this tape on the ground, and then they got this big bulletproof armor glass that you must set your car down there. And then they scan your car through the window, and then when you check your receipt on the way out, they have you slide it under some glass, and the guy grabs it with a piece of cardboard. There's no way he can see what's in the car from behind the glass. They just go scratch and then slide it. I was like, man, that alone will make you think you have the virus right there. That alone. I'm not falling for any of that. None. This is how I look at it. If I caught it and died, I'll never know it. I won't know I died. I won't know that I died from coronavirus. You know why? Because I'll be dead. I'm not going to fear something that I'll know that I'm not going to fear something that I will never know that I caught, because I'll be dead. Okay. I won't know that I died from corona. I'll be dead. NC Big says, what's your thoughts on hold some actual cash? Yeah, a little bit of cash is good. I ain't gonna lie. A little bit of cash is good. I mean, I don't think you need to have a bunch, because they ain't nowhere to spend it. Where you spending it at? You know, there's no place to spend it. Elijah says, facts. Joe Wu says, the economy scares me because I am currently a student. Scares you because you're does it scare you that you won't be able to finish classes? What's scaring you, Joe? What's scaring you? Although I'm not in debt. So yeah, you really got to tell me what's scaring you, especially when you're not in debt. Because if you're not in debt, put it this way, Joe, I want you to look at it, look at money collectively. Okay. You're not in debt. There's trillions of dollars in mortgage loan debt. You're not part of that. Slide that to the side. Trillions of dollars in credit card debt. That has nothing to do with you. Slide that to the side. Okay. Trillions of dollars in car loan debt. Has nothing to do with you. Trillions in student loan debt. I don't know if I repeated that, but that has nothing to do with you. You're financially ahead of all those millions of people because you have no debt. So you really have nothing to worry about. All those people are panicking right now when you don't have to be. Herbert says, being retired, I can get a part-time job. However, if I don't like the job, I can quit. Debt-free gives you those options. Yeah. When you're debt-free, if you're new to the channel, when you're debt-free, you don't work at places you don't like. You don't work for bad managers or bosses. That doesn't happen anymore. Because if they're rude to you, say, hey, don't talk to me like that. What are you going to do? I'm going to quit if you keep talking to me like that. What do you mean? Hey, we expect you to work through lunch for free? No, I'm not doing that. But if you'd like to write that down on a piece of paper that I have to and sign it, I'll be glad to happy to work through lunch, and then I'll take it to my lawyer and say, look what this guy did. If you're in IT and you get a call after hours after you leave the office to power off your phone, what are you doing? What are you calling me for? That wasn't part of the contract. Hey, how come you didn't answer your email? I sent you an email last night about 8 o'clock. Why'd you do that? I'm not at the office. I won't see that email until I get to the office. Why did you do that? Did you expect me to respond to you when you know I get off at 5? That's what broke people say. I'm telling you, that's what broke people say. You know it. Now that I don't have any credit card debt, I could actually feel my blood pressure go down. Yeah, I guarantee you it does. Guaranteed, Dave. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Dave says 22 million filing for unemployment does not include all jobless. There are some people who haven't filed. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. What's up, Abe? Shout out to BL&S Holding for the $5 donation. Super chat. Thank you. If I were Bezos, I would make a deal with the government to privatize the postal service. Because right now the postal service are begging for money and the government's not even giving it to them. I wonder what's up with that. I don't really. When I heard that the government wasn't giving the postal service money, I said, okay, why are they doing that? They know the postal service is still pretty important, especially right now. Why wouldn't you give them money? So I'm thinking maybe that has something to do with Amazon. That's what I'm thinking, because that just doesn't make any sense. When you get out of debt, I always look at things that don't make any sense. Like, why would you not give the postal service money? I don't get it. Why? They're important. That's how people are getting their packages. And that's the first thing I thought, BL&S. I wonder if Jeff has something to do with that. Are they working out something in the background we don't see? I don't know. Postal service should not be privatized. I personally don't care, really. Let's see. Quentin Cameron says, with 22 million people unemployed, it's going to be about 5 years before things get back to normal. Exactly. I agree with you. Whatever normal is, because nobody, I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you're new to the channel, nobody knows what this new normal is going to be, because the whole playing field has been cleared. I want you guys to understand this. If you want to be millionaires, keep following this channel, and then you'll be. Now, keep following what I'm saying, right? If you want to be millionaires, now is the time to do it, but you must get to zero first. You have to. All the financial fakers are going to be wiped off the board. Personal and business, wiped off the board. Everybody gets a free start right now. Free start, but you got to start on the finish. You got to start at the same line from zero, because everybody's not going to be starting there from zero. Zero is the starting line, okay? If you're in the negative, you're starting back here. You want to be here. So when this crash hits and you're at the starting line of zero and things start to turn around, you get to take off at bargain basement prices, because I'm going to tell you what, when this crash happens, you will never, ever, ever get them at the prices that you're about to get them. Houses, businesses in 2021 and 2022, that will never happen again this century. So you better be ready. Bargain basement prices. If you invested in real estate right now and you got a few properties and you got, hey, scratch all that. Hey, take all that stuff back. All right, cool. I lost it. Whatever. Dave Sincere says, you never want to owe the IRS. And sure don't. I did for a few years back in the day. Never again. If I owe them, it would be very minimal and I would pay them immediately. You know, so funny. When I grew up, even when I was a young age, when I found out you could go to prison for tax evasion, I used to think as a young person, okay, why can't nobody could answer the question, but I knew I'm not going to jail for some pieces of paper. Okay. I didn't know why you can go to prison for tax evasion. Once you get out of debt, Once I got out of debt, I can now see why you go to prison for tax evasion, because it's the backbone of the whole economy. You don't have to cheat it. That's why you can go to prison, because there's no excuse for cheating. There's no excuse. If you not understand, you take the time to understand the taxes, you could legally never pay taxes again. Legally. Now, I know you're looking stunned. Oh my God, how can you do that? If you're in debt, I'm not going to bother to explain it to you, because you can't. You're in debt. You can't see it. You'll never understand it if you've been in debt all your life. If you're a person that has absolutely accepted that you will be paying student loans for the rest of your life, you will never understand what I'm saying. It's impossible for you. What's up, Uber guy? What's up, LJ? Me and my fiance are watching together. It's so perfect that she is on the same ideas you have been giving. We gonna be we're gonna be good. Thanks. Okay. I'm reading wrong. All right. I'm glad you guys are Abe and Uber guy. I want you guys to understand how rare it is to have a couple on the same financial page, because this is the worst. I have a few clients of this. If a married couple are together, or two people are together, and one wakes up and the other one doesn't, ooh. If one wakes up and figure out debt-free is the only way to not be a slave, and the other one says, I don't care, I've been living like this all my life, I want everything now, that's going to be a very, very big problem. That's going to be a very big problem. I hate to say it, it's going to be a very big problem. And the younger you are, you learn this lesson. I'm gonna tell you something, because I could only use myself as an example. Had I become debt free when I was in my 20s, I could tell you right now that would have eliminated half the serious relationships that I had. They wouldn't have even been entertained. Because if I was debt free in my 20s and I thought it started to get serious with a woman, the first question I would ask them, hey, how much debt are you in? You have student loan debt? Oh, you do? When are you planning on paying that off? Never? Oh, yeah, we can't be together. Why not? You're in debt. We get married. I'm not in debt. We get married. You're going to think your debt is my debt. I don't ever want you to think that. That's your debt. That's not my debt. Sorry. That would have saved me so much time and money. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Dark Man says, I'm one of the folks with the weak immune systems. Better safe than sorry, in my opinion. Yeah, do that. Hey, I'm telling you guys, if you want to do all the precautions you want to, hey man, I'm not saying you guys shouldn't. I'm not saying copy me. I'm just talking about myself. That's it. Gabriel says, LJ, when I went watch clothes, people look at me like I'm the Grim Reaper because I didn't have a mask. And see, it's starting to turn that way, right? People are starting to look at you funny if you don't have a mask. I don't care what they think. Now, once they require it, I will. Because there's a hierarchy to this game. Okay, I want you guys to understand. When you get out of debt, you can clear. When you're in debt, you can see the hierarchy within the system. But when you get out of debt, you'll be like, oh, that's the one I didn't see. Oh, those are the rules. Okay, gotcha. I'm trying to be wealthy, and I clearly know the wealthy make the rules. Why am I going to break the rules that the wealthy create if I'm trying to be wealthy myself? That doesn't even make sense. Why am I going to break the rules that they create? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to follow the rules. If you follow the rules and understand, you'll be like, oh, that's why that's there. Gotcha. Oh, it's not obvious to people in debt. Gotcha. Global Sync. I noticed there are a lot of surgeons and bank robbers walking around. They're everywhere. I'm like, what? Okay. I saw on the news that somebody walked in and robbed a bank with the surgical mask on. Joe Wu says, because I don't have any income and there are no jobs available other than the stimulus check, I have no liquidity nothing to use as investments. I'm just at zero. That's why I said right now, this is what you do. Okay, let me see what I can see. Earlier, I already stated that the jobs that are going to be making money right now, right? IT, cloud engineer, they're going to be in high demand. Something to do with cell phones, things that are absolutely necessity. You know, internet, networking, cloud engineer, home computing, something to do. Maybe you can start your own delivery service. Just think of the job that are going to make you the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time that you like. Okay. And the reason why I say like, because as long as you work for yourself, you're going to start to do the things that you love. And then eventually that's going to grow into something, and then that's going to expand. You just got to trust yourself. You got to understand this, Jobu. You, by being at zero, you are ahead of millions. You are financially ahead of millions and millions of people. Recognize your position. They're in the negative. I know when you see people and see their stuff, they're in the negative. It doesn't matter what you see. None of it belongs to them. They don't know. If they know this, they don't. That's 100% irrelevant to mathematics. As long as you know you're at zero, you have open range to discover anything right now. Get on the internet, find something. Trust me. One of many says, I read something in America. In America, you guys from the U.S. can claim lawful money under the Federal Reserve. I have no idea. I don't know. You can legally not pay taxes. Don't try not to look for things that says you don't have to do this. If you get out of debt, not saying that you're in debt. Once you get out of debt, you can legally never pay taxes again. Just do it legally. There's no reason to look up stuff. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You don't. BLNS Holding says, I skipped Costco and go straight to the Army base. Costco and Walmart parking lots are too crowded. Yeah, they are, man. One of many says, what's your opinion on buying fine mint metals like gold and silver? If you got the money, you can. So I know you guys probably hearing a lot of people talking about the price of gold and this and that. This is what I want you to do. If you're on the fence, if you got that large negative number in your hand, I want you to say, this how much money I got to buy silver and gold. This how much money I have. If it's in a negative, you don't have any money. So don't even worry about the price of gold. Don't worry about the price of silver, whatever that comes along. You have no money to buy any of that. That gold is absolutely means nothing, has hold no value to people in debt. Because say like gold is at $2,000 a bar. Let's just say it like this, okay? An ounce, right? In order for you to get that gold at $2,000, you have to borrow $10,000 to $2,000 to buy that gold because you're in a negative. So you take that $2,000 you borrowed and add it to your debt, and then somehow some people believe that this bar, if this bar of this ounce of gold goes up, they somehow making the money. No, they're not. They're still in debt. So that $2,000 you added to the debt you have today, say like you have $2,000. So you take $2,000, the ounce of gold minus your debt equals how much your bar equals how much of your ounce of gold costs. If it's in the negative, which it will be, gold is not value to you at all. It counts on if you're in debt or not. Gabriel says, I want to know when martial law will happen. No. I say it will happen when people continue to protest and ignore what they're telling them not to. That's when it's going to happen. If that $2,000 thing that I heard a proposal for, if that doesn't happen by the summer, martial law is going to happen. Because that when people run out of stimulus money, guess what? You think they're going to starve? No, they're not going to starve. They're going to steal. People will steal before they starve, before they let their children starve. They will steal. So that $2,000 proposal per month, that must come through by the summertime. If it doesn't, that's going to be a very, very big problem. Very big problem. This is going 18 months, guaranteed. Yellow J. The UPS gets no money, yet the Kennedy Center got 25 million, and Trump said he wouldn't sign if USPS got any money at all. Once Kennedy Center got the money, they laid off all the performers anyway. Do you guys see the hierarchy? It's obvious to me. Instead of getting mad at something like this, look at it and say, wow, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Oh, who said that? The president? Okay. Something to do with Kennedy? Oh, okay. That's the hierarchy. It doesn't matter if you like it. Don't get mad. You just look at what is. That's the hierarchy. One of many says the no tax will only work on money backed by the U.S. Treasury, not the Federal Reserve. Who do you think the U.S. Treasury get their money from? The Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve runs everything. They run everything. The U.S. Treasury gets their money from the Federal Reserve. Denzel, hello, sir. I love the wealthy rules. They do. You know it and I know it. Joe Wu, there's always opportunity to make money. Always. There is. I agree with Denzel. There's always opportunity to make money, especially when you're at zero. Especially. You got the world, the financial world. Just wait. Okay? Just wait, Joe. A housing market crash, business and housing markets are about to crash. 2021, 2022. There's going to be plenty of opportunity. You just got to chill. You're already at the starting line for the next new normal. Josh 2003 says, I've been hearing reports of more people being predators in this environment. Things are about to get real. There's going to be scammers are the cockroaches of our economy. Okay. I want you guys to understand this, but they feed they steal your money. That's the main purpose of a scammer, to steal your money. But what you don't understand is this: they prey on your fear. When you're in fear, you do things that you normally wouldn't do because you're in fear. And they take advantage of that. They make you believe a check is real when it's not. They believe you're going to get more for less. They make you believe you're going to get something for nothing. They just make you believe that because you're in fear and you want to believe it. Okay? So predators, financial scammers, when you get out of debt, they are invisible to me. I see them coming a mile away. They make no mathematical sense whatever. They're scammers. They can't listen. Scammers, the schemes are designed to take your money. So anything they say will never, ever make mathematical sense, ever. And if it doesn't make mathematical sense, it doesn't make financial sense either. CENTS. It will never make sense, ever. That's how you know it's a scam. One of many says, no, it's legal, but you have to add it to your tax report to the IRS. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Gabriel says, after all this ends, I can't wait to start Velocity. I'm not even getting into that. Okay, that's Gabriel. That's between you and Denzel. All right, that's between you guys. I'm not getting. All right. Okay, let me read first so I can make sure I'm looking at this stuff first. Quentin says, and people still think sports is coming back. Sports are done. If you're a sports fan, that's done. Nothing's happened for at least a minimum of 2 years. You think people are going to trust crowds again? Hell, put it this way. How many sports players are going to risk catching coronavirus just playing a sport so they can entertain other people that are staying safe in their homes? They're going to risk their lives. while everybody else stays at home quarantined. No, they're not. No, only the broke ones will. Hold on, you guys. Hold on for a second. All right, I'm back. Joe Wu says, would you recommend students drop out of college at this time then? Not if you can do it online, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that, no. I mean, if you got to go to class, that's going to be a problem. But if you can do your classes online, you might as well finish. It counts on. I put it this way: if you're in the middle of college, in the middle of this economic downturn, I would make sure you pick the right career. Whatever you're choosing right now, like if you're choosing to be a pharmacist, you better believe that's going to be relevant. You better believe it, because obesity is about to go through the freaking roof. Medicine and pharmacy and pharmacists, they're about to make so much money. People are going to be on so much medicine because they're going to be at home doing nothing, getting all their food delivered, everything, and they're going to be obese. No, remember, gyms are going to be closed. There's going to be no more gyms. Obesity is about to go through the freaking roof. I would suggest being a pharmacist, something to do with medical drugs, something like that, because there's going to be millions more that's going to need it. Oh, Quentin says people still think sports are coming. Oh, shit. Yeah, right. Woo. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Dave Sincere says, whenever there's panic, there's room for scamming to go down. Oh, yeah, scammers. When those checks come out, scammers are going to be busy. April, May, and maybe June. They're going to wait for the paper checks. Scammers are out in full force. I'm sorry. Because all they got to do is this. All a scammer has to do is get on social media and see how many people are waiting for their $1,200 check. Those people are in debt. If they're that anxious to get a hold of $1,200, which is not going to do anything for them, it's not going to barely pay anything, and you're excited about it, you're in debt. That's why you're excited about it. Those are the same people that are happy to get their income tax check like somebody's giving them some money. No, they're just giving back the money you gave to them. Global Sync says, do you foresee a rise in unions, especially the companies like Amazon, collective bargaining versus 1099 contractors? Everybody's going to be 1099. So I don't think unions are going to be, they're not going to be in play. Maybe for the packers, because they need all those people in there packaging all this stuff until they get enough robots to do everything. But until then, maybe there, but the majority of people are going to be at home. Snuggles, welcome. A lot more people in the chat. I'm proud of you, Mr. Young. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Snuggles. And this is for anybody that that's new to the channel. You know, don't be shy. This is the SMD family. You can ask any question you want. I want to make sure you understand what kind of room this is, okay? Even if you're panicked and you're in fear, you think you've been done with money and all this other stuff, nobody's going to talk negative to you about in this room, okay? Nobody. No question is a dumb question, so don't be shy, okay? Tania Fuentes. I hope I said that right. Yep. It is about to go through the roof. So if you can get in shape right now, one of my goals is to get sliced up, get cut up while in quarantine. You know how many people are just eating right now? You know how many people would respect me if I got sliced up while in quarantine with no traditional gym, at home with home stuff? How many people you believe they're going to trust me to take advice from me online to get in shape when they see me look like a certain way through a quarantine? That's how you got to build trust. I got to do whatever I do first, and then I show you guys. If you guys didn't, if I just told you guys to do something, I didn't did it myself, you wouldn't even believe anything I'm saying. Dave Sincere says Trump did meet the commissioners for all sports, MLB, blah blah blah. Vince McMahon, WWE. The politicians want sports back, bread and circus. Let's get people mind off the what's important. You know what I heard today too, Dave? I heard the WWE is still doing their thing, but with no crowds. That's not going to last too long. That's not going to last. This is what I say to this. This is what I say to that. Okay. And if there's any professional players that might have come to this room, I want you guys to understand something too. Anybody, this is what you got to say. If you're a professional sports player and you get on that court field or whatever, this is what you're saying. My life is worth the amount of my contract, the amount of money in my contract. That's how much my life is worth. That's how much my family, that's how much my kids' life is worth. That's how much my wife's life is worth. Because if I go on the field, the basketball court, and contract this coronavirus and I bring it home to my family, you don't have enough money in the bank to make up for that. That means you're in debt. I don't care if you're making millions of dollars. If you would risk that, because you can clearly say no, no, I will die. I guarantee you would win in court. I guarantee you could find a lawyer that could, if I would have did that, the president said there's a killer virus out here. That's why I didn't do it. But if you're in debt, making millions and you're in debt and you ain't got no money, most likely you're going to do it. You know why? Because you're in debt. That's the only reason why you would risk paper for your life. Gabriel says, that's why I'm going to get doing this quarantine. That's why I'm going to get doing this. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Denzel says, I have a client with a 0% mortgage with a Habitat for Humanity. For Habitat for Humanity. It's the only debt. Would you recommend this person to pay off debt or start a business? She wants to invest $10,000. Your thoughts? I have a client with zero mortgage. I would tell her to wait to 2021 because if she's in the perfect position, wait to 2021, wait till the housing market crash. It's going to crash next year in 2021 and 2022. And then she will be able to get 3 houses for the price of 1. If she tries to do it right now, no, you're not. Wait for the housing market crash, all the foreclosures, all the tax liens, because I guarantee you this, half the people that are getting unemployment, right? They're checking that box and say, I'll pay the taxes later. People are pulling out their retirement. Oh, there's no 10% penalty. Let me pull out the retirement. They're going to owe taxes on that money. They're not going to have They're not going to have the money to pay any of those taxes. You know how I know that? They're unemployed. Do you know how many foreclosures and tax liens are going to happen in the next 2 years? I would tell her to wait. Don't do anything right now. Nothing. She will get 3 houses for the price of 1 in Calabasas, California, New York, anywhere she wants, because it's not going to matter. Don't start a business because there's going to be many businesses that close. She's going to pick up a business for a quarter of the price. Charles 2003 says, what do you think about environmental sciences? That's my area, and in particular, water quality. This is what I say to that, Jaws. Right now, the air quality is the best it will ever be. Right now, I can only imagine the air quality right now. Look at New York, look at California. There's probably no smog or fog or whatever that stuff is in major cities. I bet you the air quality right now is superb. We probably never smelt anything like it. That's why I get out into it every single day, because it doesn't smell. It smells different. It smells totally different. Right now, if I was an environmental person, I'd be taking all these notes and these measurements so I could see what it is like right now compared to when things start getting back up. Let's see how the air quality changes. Because I think about it this way. What if the coronavirus works best in clean quality air? What if it spreads the fastest because the air is so good? The air quality is superb right now. Superb. Damn, this thing is going fast. Okay, I'm trying to catch up with you guys. Let's see. Erica says, do you think a graphic designer will make it during this time? A graphic designer. That's online stuff, right? If it's online, I say yes because there's going to be a whole bunch of online businesses. If that's the graphic designer, if you're talking about, there's going to be an explosion of online businesses. They have to. We're in quarantine right now. The only way to make money is through the internet. There's going to be an explosion. Detoxing from the blue pill. What's up, LJ? I never stopped watching, just haven't been commenting. I know. I remember that. I haven't seen your name for a while, man. Just been watching and soaking up the game. Salute. Thank you for chiming in and let me know, man. I appreciate it, man. Detoxing from that blue pill for sure. And if you guys haven't watched it, you know what you should do? Go back, watch the 1999 version of The Matrix, and then substitute debt. Now, pretend Neo is me, okay? And all the people around him trying to get him are the people in debt, trying to keep me in debt, right? And just look at the whole movie, but call it the Debt Matrix instead of the Matrix, okay? Hey, then do it. Gabriel says, I want to start a podcast like Joe Rogan. I want to get on the Joe Rogan show. That's one of my goals. You can do it, Gabriel. Nothing's stopping you. Get a mic. You got a computer. Start it up. Josh 2003 says, my local news stated that they may cancel football season and people are losing their minds already. Oh, that's been done. Football season this year and next year, that's done. Not coming back. Not for years. I'm not going to say forever, for years. One of many says the Federal Reserve is nonprofit after its expenses are paid and any remaining profits are paid to the Department of Treasury. The Department of Treasury uses the money to fund government stuff. I'm not sure what you mean by the expenses of the federal government, and because I'm sure the Federal Reserve, they don't owe anybody anything. They have plenty of money. The government, which is us, we borrow money from them, and when the Treasury, the U.S. Treasury gets the money from the Federal Reserve. They fund the government stuff. So when the government needs money, they go to the Treasury. The Treasury asks the Federal Reserve, hey, we need money. The Federal Reserve says, okay, we give you this. And then they take the money and then they do that. So the top of the tree is the Federal Reserve. Uber guy says, bro, this IT industry is booming right now with the remote work. Of course. See what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. I might jump back in. But hey, Uber guy, I've been telling him, hey, you want me? Yeah, 200,000. Hey, we're only paying this. Okay, see you later. I want 200,000 because you guys don't understand. If you're in the IT right now, get into virtual software, remote work, virtual software. You will be able to name your ticket. You guys don't even understand how many businesses are scrambling right now. Remote work, I just took a new contract and going to use this tool to get to zero. Still learning, but going to get there. Hey, man, get there. Right now, you in IT, you can name your price, especially when, hey, check this out. If you're in IT and you're in debt, get out of debt, get to zero. Then you'll see what I'm talking about. Then you'll walk into an interview, not even walk, virtual interview, and you will name your price. I don't care what they're offering. Hey, we pay this range. You say, I don't care. I want this. Detoxing from the Blue Pill says, I went to school with a few guys who went pro. Most of them are living check to check because they have outrageous bills and take care of too many people. They will risk it all to play. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And Detox, this is how I know. Those are the NBA, the NFL, the basketball, whatever, right? I don't watch sports. But they know those that are in debt will play even though they could lose. Listen. That's how you know which ones are going to be in debt. Listen closely. If that happens and those pro players play, those players are in debt because those are the only ones that will risk their lives to entertain others that will be safely at home. If I was a pro player and I wasn't in debt and they say, hey, you going to play? I'll say, no, I'm not. No, there's something out there that will kill me. And I'm gonna get amongst others that don't care too, because you gotta remember, everybody that's gonna be on the field and basketball court, baseball, those are all people that don't care with you. They all don't care because they're all in debt. Only people in debt would ever risk their lives for money. Hey, you know you can die from that virus. Yeah, but I'm getting paid. Really? How much you getting paid? Oh, I'm getting double time and a half. How much is double time and a half? I need to know how much your life is worth. I need to know how much. Well, what do you get? 40 plus 80 hours a week plus $25. So your life is worth $100 an hour? No, sir. Sharif says sports will come back soon because sports gambling too much money. Not with the killer virus coming around. It doesn't matter. People don't understand. Money doesn't matter. There's a virus out there killing you. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. There's something out there will kill me? Oh, yeah? No, I'm not. No. Check it out. People are taking 20% pay cuts, making less money to work in an environment that will kill you. They're cutting your pay. They're not. I said this on Facebook. I said this on Facebook. Hey man, thank God I got a job. People on there, thank God I got a job. I said, are they giving you hazard pay? Oh no, man, they cut my pay by 20%. What the? What? What? You do know there's a killer virus out there. Yeah, man. But what? But what? But what? You got to tell me what. You got to tell me with your own mouth what. You do know you could catch that and bring it home to your family, right? You do know that, right? Yeah, man. But but what? No, I don't know. But what? Tell me. I need you to tell me with your own mouth. Denzel says, no, I meant she wants to 10x her income. Her mortgage is $125,000 at zero indefinitely. I would tell her to pay her house off. Pay your house off. I don't know why enough people use 10x, 20x, 50x, velocity and stuff like stop those adjectives. I would tell her, don't use stuff like that with your money because they mean absolutely nothing. Do the opposite of the majority. There's trillions of dollars in mortgage loan debt. Trillions. That's millions of people that believe they're homeowners. Pay your house off and you will be a true homeowner and you will be financially ahead. Just this one move. With one paid off house, you will be financially ahead of millions of people. Just like that with one move. Millions. There's no odds. Those odds are better than Vegas, baby. That's way more than 10x. You might as well go 1,000,000x. I would tell her, why stop at 10x when you can go 1,000,000x? That's exactly what I would tell her. She'd be like, what? There's millions of people that believe they're homeowners. You pay your house off and you will be a true homeowner. You'll be ahead of those millions of people. Now you 1,000,000x. Bam. Just like that. Dave Sincere says, depending on the business, I would get everything going to start the business, LLC to, oh yeah, you're right. Get that stuff ready for sure. And you know what, Dave? I don't know anything about that. I would hire a professional to get that stuff going. I wouldn't do any of that stuff myself. Get a professional, pay the money, How do you select? You're probably thinking, well, I don't know anything about money. How do I select the right person? Whoever you want to do, you want to do my taxes? Yeah, I need to see your personal credit report. I need to see it. They're going to say, oh, my credit score is this. I'm going to say, no, I need to see your entire credit report, all three. Because if you got tax liens, you got child support, you got collections, you got student loans, I'm going to say, you cannot do my taxes. Why? Because you're in debt. How am I going to trust somebody with my finances, respect my finances, if you don't even respect your own finances? How do I know that? You got a 25-year-old student loan. That's how I know. You got a collection that you're waiting to drop off in 7 years and you want to do my money? Hell to the no, you ain't touching my money. Get that ball rolling. You're right. One of many says the Treasury is more in control because it actually prints the money and their value covers resources on American soil, which increases. Well, yeah, the Federal Reserve controls everything. Not more control. They control everything. They're at the top of the tree. And many of you guys don't know this. The Federal Reserve banks, there's 12 of them. They're not just one, there's 12. They're spread throughout the country. There's 12 of them. They're not just one of them, there's 12. Michael Rambo, shout out the $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. Happy to see Denzel on here. I'm happy to see him too, man. We disagree on our things, but I respect Denzel. I think he's a smart young man. He's starting his business. He's doing things, but hey, Denzel. Honestly, Denzel, this is what I'm gonna tell you right now, Denzel. This is what I don't. Okay, I'm gonna try to say this the best way I can. Velocity banking is based on borrowing. When the economy crashes and people can't borrow no money, how is velocity banking going to work? I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know how are you going to teach people velocity banking when they're not going to be able to borrow any money? They're going to be unemployed and cannot borrow any money. Credit's going to be shot. How is velocity banking going to work? It won't. But you're going to see that come the end of this year, 2021. And for the life of me, Denzel, I don't know why. I don't know why you don't see it. I can't figure that part out. Denzel, I'm trying to figure out why you don't see that, because I know you're debt-free because you say things that only debt-free people say. So I don't know why, for the life of me, you don't see this coming. Velocity banking is based on borrowing money. People are unemployed, they're broke, they have no jobs, and they're quarantined. They're not going to be able to borrow any money. So how is velocity? It's going to collapse. Uber guy says graphic designers on Fiverr will make will make good money. Oh yeah, Fiverr. Yeah, I think because online businesses are going to explode. But this is what I'm saying. As a graphic designer, I would focus on more of how are you going to separate yourself from all of the other graphic designers that are going to be out there. Because me as a person, if I'm looking for a graphic designer, I don't know where to start. I'm just going to type in Google graphic designer. What are you going to do to make yourself, like, say, I'm different from all these other graphic designers? But you got to also remember too, the playing field is going to be wiped clean. So if you are a debt-free graphic designer, right? The other people that did it for a living or maybe work for somebody, they're all unemployed. So they're going to be off the board. The whole playing field is going to be cleared. So if you can get debt-free as a graphic designer and stand out now, get started now, because it's going to come December. The board is going to be cleared. Come 2021, you're going to clearly see the board is cleared. Towards the end of the year of 2021, you're going to crystal clear see that all the fake players are going to be off the board, and only people that are debt free with money are going to remain. I promise you this. One of many says, I'm gonna start saving checks. Cash is nothing more than legal credit tenders. I'm gonna start saving checks. You do know checks is paper too, right? I would save cash instead of checks. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I would definitely have cash instead of checks. Cash, and I would say silver and gold, but if you're debt free, if you're in debt, silver and gold really means nothing. You just think it's worth that much to you. It might be worth that much to me because I'm debt free, but to you, it's not really worth as much as you believe it is. So Gabriel says, I dreamed of that. The vaccine of the coronavirus is weed and cigarettes. Joe Wu says, you said multiple times that you think the housing market is going. No, I know it's going to crash. I don't think it's going to. But if the housing market crashes, won't banks crash as well? In the case, it's probably not good to leave your money in the bank. Okay, so I see what you're saying, Joe. So I'm gonna show you something. Okay. A good portion of the housing market is FHA mortgages. Okay. Now, FHA mortgages, which is the Federal Housing Administration, they are the go-between between the banks. Imagine the FHA is sitting here, the bank is here, and the customer's over here. FHA mortgages are for people that will not accept that they cannot afford a homes, because this is one of the absolute worst mortgages in the whole freaking United States. But millions of people have FHA mortgages because they don't understand it. That's why they get it. They don't know. That's why they're attracted to FHA mortgages, because you have to have horrible credit and no money to get this. That's why they're there, right? So the bank loans the money to the FHA organization. Then the FHA organization gets the house, and then they pay the FHA, right? But if this person defaults, guess who pays the bank? The FHA. How do they do that? With PMI, MIP, millions and billions of dollars stacked up from PMI, private mortgage insurance premiums, all these freaking fees and this and that, they stack. So when the person defaults, which they will, the bank gets paid. So when all those people with FHA mortgages, they default, the bank gets paid by who? The people that paid in the FHA mortgage, the PMI and stuff. That's how it goes. Any of those subprime mortgages, they have all this stuff built in, just in case oh man, the VA mortgage, I didn't have to put any money down. You know why you like that? Because you have no money. That's why you're happy that no money down. That's why. Why would you want to finance the full price of a house? That makes absolutely no sense. None. Zero. To finance 100% of the house, that makes no sense. None. That means I have no money. Anything less than the best mortgage on the market, knowing this, for example, knowing for a fact that no mortgage in the world makes anybody a homeowner, not even the best one. Why would you accept anything less than the best mortgage on the market? If you're going to pay for it, you might as well accept only the best. You know why? Because you have no money. Yellow J says, I am applying for my business license to start my own networking professional services. I'm partnering with a local guy that is about to lose his business of small computer sales and a repair store. I don't know, man. I think, well, people are going to need their computers more than ever. And they're going to need that fixed fast. And they're not going to want to let you come. I don't know, man. Because if somebody's computer breaks down, man, they're going to need that replaced very, very fast. They're going to need it fixed very fast. I mean, like ASAP. And they're not going to want you to come to their house. Or maybe they will. I don't know. Because people got a lot of data on there and they don't want to send it. I don't know, Yellow. I don't know how that... people need computers. If they break down, I don't know. I got to think about that one. Because they're going to need it ASAP. I don't know. No, that's the thing. I got to think about that one. Gabriel says, hey, LJ, I still remember that I have to give you a million, that million man for helping the SMB family. Oh yeah, I forgot about my million. I need that million. Okay. You just got to get started on something. Yellow J says, I am Amazon AWS. Oh, and Microsoft Azure skills too. So time to move to the cloud. Oh man. See, I'm only VMware. I need to go to AWS. I think that shouldn't virtualization is virtualization. So I don't think AWS is just a different, probably just a little bit of different language. But other than that, it's got to be the same thing. Right now, AWS is the way to go for sure. For sure. Tania says, I'm a hairstylist and I have a salon studio. Please, my lease is up next month. Should I sign for another year or not and find a job till it's an okay to work into the hair field again? Yeah. See, if you look at the bigger picture, we're at social distancing. Social distancing, it's not stopping at any time soon. It's not. And I feel for barbers, hairstylists. I don't know what you guys are going to do, honestly, because you guys gotta touch people. And people are panicked right now. Coronavirus, they ain't chancing that. Hairstylists, barbers, what could they, man, I don't know. You know what I would think about? I would think about, right, okay, this is what I would think about. I would think about going online and showing people how to do hair, how to do their own hair. Show them all your skills, because if you got skills enough to have a salon studio, that you went that far to create that, you must be good. You know you're good. Go online, set up a fake head. I don't know how to do that part, but show your skills online, right? Show people how they can do their own hair, because right now, actually seeing somebody and touching somebody, I think that's a long ways out. I don't think people are going to trust that for a long time. Get online, show your skills, set up, make sure you get a good mic, make sure you get a good camera. Quality is key. Don't be doing things from just your cell phone, doing something. No, make it quality so people can trust you. You want to earn people's trust. Okay, so I think that would be a good idea, especially for a person that started your own salon studio. Hey man, that takes a lot. Okay, that takes thinking, that takes planning, that takes skill. That you have to trust yourself enough to say, I'm good enough to open up my own salon. So if you're good enough to do that, set up a studio at home, several cameras, lighting, whatever. Maybe you get a fake subject, whatever. I don't know. But I think you kind of got an idea what I'm talking about. Denzel says, thanks for the debt-free advice. Let me know when you start investing your money. I won't have any money for a long time because I'm only investing in myself, Denzel. Right now, it's just me. Nothing outside of myself. Nothing. Especially right now. But I'm gonna be watching you, Denzel. Okay. I'm gonna come to your page. I'm gonna come to your channel when the stimulus money runs out, and if this $2,000 a month thing doesn't come through, I'm gonna come to your channel, okay? And I'm gonna watch you, because I want to see what happens when more and more people get unemployed and banks turning down people. I personally got to see how Velocity Banking is gonna make it through this. I got to see it with my own eyes. I do. Dave Sincere says, Velocity Banking is just a tool. When it applies, use it. When it doesn't, fall back to option 2. That's what I'm saying, Dave. I'm saying Velocity Banking is based on borrowing money. People are unemployed. They won't be able to borrow any money because right now banks are even tightening up on the mortgage rules. Right now, they're tightening up. They're tightening up right now. So I got to see it. Denzel says it's working perfectly right now. The Fed's printed $6 trillion, so there's a lot of debt. There's a lot of free debt out there. Denzel, see, when you use words like that, free debt. That doesn't see, when I hear that doesn't make any sense. What does it mean, free debt? When the debt is free? That's not free. Debt costs money. Free debt. Right now, so you're talking about the money being printed right now. People are spending that. That's only going to last for so long. That's going to be done. People are unemployed. Where people are unemployed, that means they have no money to buy anything. So outside businesses won't have customers because there are no customers. I'm dying. Hey, Denzel, I'm dying to see it. And Denzel, I like you, man. I think you're a smart dude. I think you're brilliant, but I got to see how you're going to pull velocity banking through this, man. You got some magic trick. You got to switch of hands. Dave Sincere says people are still able to get credit. Banks are giving it, but people with good to excellent credit. Oh yeah, but to people, they're tightening their guidelines. They're tightening it up because you know why? Because there's about to be a crash. Businesses, housing. Check this out. I have no idea why people can't see what I'm seeing right now. That seems obvious to me. 22 million claiming unemployment and is rising. Quarantine, no jobs. Is there something I'm missing here? I know the feds are printing money, but if you think that money is free, all that money has taxes, all of it. You think people are thinking about paying their taxes right now? No, sir. No, they're not. But they will have to one day. Limit for Life. Hello, LJ and SMD family. I was talking to my wife's cousin. He works for Cory Booker. I'm not sure who that is. And was telling my wife to file Chapter 7 as well. You was right, LJ. Oh, okay. Thank you. File Chapter 7. Right now is the time. Right now, you will guarantee Chapter 7. Don't worry about the means test. They probably even skip it. All you got to do is walk in and say, hey, I lost everything because of the coronavirus. They're going to say, okay, don't worry about the means test. Approved. Start at zero. Oops. Dang, you guys are flying. Oh, shoot. Oh, crap, man. You guys, okay, this thing is flying up. Okay, bam, bam, bam. Gabriel says, hey, LJ, but velocity banking is a tool to use. Cash is old, LJ. That's why people have Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Yep. Anybody out there that suggests cryptocurrency, this is what I suggest you do. I suggest you ask to see their personal credit report first. I guarantee you their personal credit report will tell you why they're investing in cryptocurrency. I guarantee it. Gabriel says the whole economy is based on debt. To pay someone else and not having real money and never kept reaching zero, it's based on debt. I know it's based on debt. It wasn't until I got out of debt that I could clearly see that it's based on debt, right? Dave says they consolidate and restrict. Yes. Okay, I'm just reading you guys talking amongst each other. Some of those conversations, it's fun to read some of these comments. I ain't gonna lie. Dave Sincere says barbers, hairstylists, masseuses. Oh yeah, man. Anything that requires people to be close to you. I suggest all those people in those businesses right now is the time to say, you know what? That old way of doing things is gone. Just accept it. Get over the part. Be like, damn, that's all my business. Get online and start teaching it. If you were smart enough to open your own business, if you were good enough to open your own business, whatever, get online and do it right now and show people how they can do it themselves. Right now is the time. Right now. It's not a total loss. Look at that. Herbert says Gold's Gym is closing 30 gyms nationwide. This is obvious to me. This is total obvious. I was saying this on my Facebook page. Hey, man, you know gyms are history. Oh, what are you talking about, LJ? You're a party pooper. You're a Debbie. What? Take your feelings out of it. No, you know how long it's going to take people to trust places like that with the coronavirus floating around? No time soon. No time soon. No time soon. They're done. They're toast. Detoxing from the blue pill says, I don't know, LJ. I work in public transit and I don't see the fear in people. Buses are still packed and people are going everywhere, as well as getting haircuts and hair done at their home or the barbers at home. I agree. I'm not, now mind you, I'm not saying that the buses are not packed. I'm saying those are people that are in debt because they have to. I guarantee you, if they wasn't in debt and had money in the bank, they would not be on that bus. Barbers wouldn't risk their life going to another person's house to possibly catch the coronavirus. They wouldn't risk it. They're in debt. There's no amount of money worth your life, and you're on a bus, you're going to people's houses knowing that this is a possibility. If you were not in debt and you had money in the bank, you would not be going anywhere. You would stay home until they say, hey, there's a cure for coronavirus. Okay, now I can get started. Those detoxing from the blue pill, those are people in debt. Those are the only people that would risk their lives for money. There's no amount of money in the world worth my life. None. Zero. But if you're in debt, I guess you have to. You have no choice. You have no choice. And people are going to see, I don't think sports are going to come back for a while, but say like they did run a promotion, say, hey, we're going to do some kind of game, but no crowd. All those people that you will see on the basketball court, the football field, those are all players in debt, because only those people would risk their lives for money, the possibility of bringing the coronavirus home to their families. Only people in debt would ever think that. I would never risk my child's life for some money. Never. Gabriel says, oh, okay, you guys are talking amongst each other. Hyphy says, for mortgages, Chase is now requiring conventional 20% down and a minimum of 700 credit score. Wells Fargo is now requiring 720 minimum. See, they're already ramping up. I hope you guys are paying attention. And you know, so funny, when Hyphy's saying they're ramping up, those are just the requirements for traditional top-rated conventional mortgages. Those are the requirements. Those are normal. People in debt, that's not normal. They're like, oh my God, look how high those requirements are. Those are the regular requirements when you're out of debt. That's minimum. When you know your money, you're going to probably walk in and pay more than 20%. You're going to go way over 20%. Those are just the minimums. Oops, gosh. Joe Wu says, thanks for the conversation, man. I really appreciate it. Give me different perspective and clarity. I hope so, man, Joe, because I want you to understand. I need you to, I want you to understand, by being at zero, you are financially ahead of millions of people in debt, millions that wish they were in your position at zero. Not millions, they don't even know they could file Chapter 7 right now and get to where you're at just like that. Hire a good lawyer, boom, they're there. But they don't know that. You know why? They're in fear. They're in fear. They can't see it. They're wrapped up in the media. Adventure Prime Fire, welcome. Hello, hope all. Hello, all. Hope you are all doing well. Thank you. Welcome. I've never seen you before, but if you're a first timer, welcome. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy the channel. Welcome to the SMD family. Righteous Media Group says, who does Chapter 7 apply to? That's a good question. This is what I say. This is my rule of thumb. Chapter 7 stays on your credit report for 10 years. Okay? 10 years. If you add up your total debt, yes, including your mortgage, yes, including your student loans and collections, if it will take you more than 10 years to pay off that total amount of debt that you have, file Chapter 7. Okay? File Chapter 7. But if you have $20,000 worth of debt, and then you divide $20,000 up over 7 years, and then whatever that is per year, what you were saying like this: if you file for Chapter 7 on $20,000, this is what you're really saying. $20,000 spread across 10 years, whatever that is per year. You're saying to yourself, I don't believe I'm going to make that amount of money in a year of my life per year for 10 years. I don't think I'm going to make $20,000 over the course of 10 years of my life. Chapter 7 is not for you. That's a different problem. If you don't believe you can pay off $20,000 in 10 years, you have a different problem. It's up here. That has nothing to do with money. Nothing. Chapter 7 is a reset button for serious debt. Serious debt. If you don't think you'll pay off your total debt within 10 years, Chapter 7. Okay? NC Big says, I call the dentist and they not even talking to people unless it's an emergency. Oh, yeah. Coronavirus. Joe Wu says, at this point, it seems like the world is ending. The old world is ending. All the fakers, all the people pretending to be rich, that includes everybody across the board. Sports stars, actors, internet, Instagram people, all those people that have been getting all that money and spending it just as fast as they get it, they're out of here. That world is ending. The new one, people at zero with real money and at zero, this is going to be, you guys don't even get it. This is going to be freaking Christmas. Christmas all 2 years long. Real estate, hot fire sales for all the houses you want. Cosmic says, not ending, Joe Wu, evolving as things do with time. Exactly. It's just evolving. Adventure Prime Fire says, just did my hair at home today. That's what I'm talking about. I just shave. I just shave it bald. I don't have time for that. People are learning, man. And people and all you hairstylists, barbers, if you can get online and show people how to cut their own hair, especially right now, your channel will blow up through the roof. You gotta separate yourself from all the other people that are going to be trying it, right? They're just going to try it. They're going to half-ass do it. You got to go full force to say, okay, I won't do that. I won't be like my channel. I don't do a lot of cussing. You know why? Because I want more people to come to my channel. I follow the YouTube rules. You know why? Because this is their platform. This is how it's going to make me grow. You do all that cussing and race fighting against each other with races and this and that. Hey, man, you're just putting yourself in a box. I'm not putting myself in no box. I'm going straight to the top. Everybody can come here, no matter your race, color, politics, religion. I don't care because I don't talk about any of that stuff here. That has nothing to do with me. Nothing. There's plenty of channels for that. Not this channel. Here at the S&D family, we don't do that kind of stuff. No, sir. There's plenty of channels for that. No. Gabriel says, I need to watch The Matrix again. I'm going to watch it tonight, honestly. I saw it on Netflix. The original Matrix is on Netflix. I just saw it today. Gabriel says LJ is really, oh man, I'm not, hey man, I just see stuff. And I want you guys to, I just see it because it's just mathematics. They're telling you, if you get out of debt, the whole world is telling you what's going on. Hey, what's not going to happen? What's going to happen? Everybody, when people in fear, check it out. When you see people in fear and you're not, you can see all the things people do when they're in fear. Adventurer Prime Fire. I am 23 now and hope to buy my first house with 20%, but that will be in many years. The loose lending standards are a trap. Wait till 2021, 22. There's going to be millions of foreclosures. You'll be able to buy a house with cash by that time. I promise you. You just got to get a good job right now at 23. Look around, see what jobs are going to be making the most money. IT, cloud engineer, all those labor jobs. check this out. Listen, especially at 23, I want you to listen closely. There's millions of people unemployed right now. Millions. Those people are going to fill all the labor jobs, the food delivery, package delivery, working in the Amazon sweat houses in the factory, getting them packages out. There's millions of people that are going to take those jobs. You take it up a level, cloud engineer, people that are going to be working at home. They're going to need their offices at home. They're going to need internet. The internet cannot be down. They need a workstation, stuff. You're going to be that person that's going to make all that connect. They're going to pay you top dollar if you are the best. Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, man. 23, man. I'm telling you, a 23-year-old, I'm telling you, because I wish somebody would have told me at 23. Had I known this information at 23, I would have been a multi-millionaire freaking years ago. I sure wouldn't have dated her. I wouldn't have married her. I definitely wouldn't have took that trip. I'm telling you, you guys don't even understand. Especially a young dude, I'm gonna tell you, when you're young, all you think about is girls, right? Girls and sex, girls and sex. I'm telling you, let me explain something to you. If you get debt free, you will be cautious. You will always be safe. I promise you, because you'll never want to get somebody pregnant that's deep in debt. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't even take that chance. I know you guys think I'm joking, but I wouldn't. If I got with a woman, right, and we wanted to get busy or whatever, right? And I found out she had $100,000 of student loan debt. I'll be like, nah, I'm cool. Why? You're in debt. I don't want to take that chance. I'll be tied to that debt. No, sir. Uber guy says, it's crazy you were talking about the recession like every day for months before it hit. Yeah. Oh, hey, Uber guy, it hasn't even started yet. Oh, it hasn't even started yet. We have to wait till the stimulus money runs out. And I got to wait to see if this $2,000 a month thing is going to happen by the summertime. Okay. But when that stimulus money runs out, that's when it's going to start. Okay. That's exactly when it's going to start. It hasn't even started yet. I'm just telling you guys what's going to happen. Dave Sincere says, it seems like the world ending, but with people who have money and the know-how, it's wonderful. They're looking forward to it. Oh, it's going to be Christmas. You guys don't even get it. It's going to be Christmas. Just like Cosmic said, it's evolving. It's not ending. That old way of doing things, that is done. You guys don't get it. Now that businesses they had to scramble to put people home. Guess what? Businesses are going to realize they now can save money like Uber, like Airbnb, like all these, like Amazon, all these people that deliver Amazon packages. They're all 1099. So Uber really doesn't have any employees. They don't have any employees. Now they're going to be like, business is going to be like, wait, I can make them 1099. We don't even need this building anymore. Nope, you don't even need that building anymore. Everybody's at home. Bam. You think that's coming back? All you guys that have been taking a 20% pay cut, you're never getting that 20% back. They're never giving it back to you. So when right now, because you're working for less money, the same hours, if not more, in a hazardous environment, in an environment that can kill you, it's because you're in debt. And when this time is over, they're not giving you that 20% back, because there are going to be millions of people desperate for a job, ready to take your job for less. You're never getting that back. You know why you're doing it? Because you're in debt. File Chapter 7, and that will never happen to you again. You will never allow that again. Nuh-uh. Oh, there's a pandemic. We're going to cut your pay. What? Do I have to work the same amount of hours? Yes, you do. No, I'm not. I'm not a slave. I quit. Only slaves take pay cuts and work the same amount of hours. Only slaves do that. I'm not a slave. You see what they did to TSA? Remember a long time ago when the government shut down? Remember when the government shut down for a month? TSA workers were working for free. You slave. Now, they did it right in their face. You're going to still do your job until we figure out what we're going to do. That's what you're going to do, slave. If I was a TSA worker, I'd be like, no, I'm not. I quit. I got to work for free. No, I quit. I don't care how long I've been there. I'm not a slave. Only slaves work for free. Uber guy says, I did my hair too, and now my my hairline is red. It's gonna take practice, man. You gotta take practice. One day you're gonna get it down. It's gonna be nothing. It's just like when you start a new job, you don't know what to do. You're kind of uncomfortable. Then when you're there for a while, you're gonna be just like that. Same thing. Gabriel says, I already knew. Okay, where am I at? Gosh, dog it. Okay, Gabriel said, I already knew that there was going to be a recession, just didn't know exactly when. I can see it. Just like I was telling you guys, I knew something had to happen by the summertime, else there was going to be a big problem. And voila, the government's talking about $2,000 a month for people and this and that and blah, giddy, blah. I said, I already knew it. I knew something was going to have to happen because that stimulus money, $1,200, $2,400, how long was that really going to last? And do you think people were paying bills with that? No. Mm-mm. Once that was gone, what do you think? People just going to starve? No, they're going to start stealing. Crime was going to rise. Believe that. Click clack. Dave Sincere says, I was talking with a friend today, and she was ready to lose her mind. She couldn't get a manicure and pedicure. Man, people are worried about the wrong things. When I hear stuff like that, that's called normalcy. I want you guys to look that up. It's called normalcy. People are worried about NFL drafts, when are sports going to come back, when that should be the absolute last thing they're worried about. You know why? Because they think things are going to go back to normal. Let me tell you something. If that's you, it's never going back to normal, ever. That's never coming back, ever. Ever. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. So every time you say to yourself, I want things to go back to normal, you're saying, I want to go back to this debt. Those of you that are new to the channel, I'm going to do a magic trick. I'm going to make some money disappear from your hand. Right now, I want you to reach in your pocket and grab out some bills. It doesn't matter the denomination, but we're going to pretend it's a 20. Okay? This is what I want you to do. Okay? Here we go. I want you to go, let's say like it was $20. $20 minus your total debt equals how much money you really have in your hand. Here we go. We're going to do it one more time. $20 minus your total debt equals how much money you really have in your hand. Is that money still there or is it not? Ta-da! How'd I do that? How'd I do that over the computer without even touching you, without passing coronavirus to you? I made that money disappear in your hand. How'd I do that? Now you got a dilemma, okay? Now you're probably still holding that money. So this is what I want you to think to yourself. Are you going to believe mathematics or are you going to believe your lying eyes? Which one are you going to do? You're going to believe your lying eyes or believe mathematics? You go from there. Okay. Adventure. Oh, okay. I have cut my own hair for a year and a half. Oh, okay. Wow. Shit, you was ready then. Joe Wu says, I just did my hair too. Now I'm rocking the LeBron look. That'd be funny right there if people, you know what's so funny? This would be hilarious if everybody would start start a channel posting how you started cutting your hair or doing your clothes or your makeup, right? And so people can see how you progressed by continuing at it to learn it. You know what I'm saying? People are not posting that stuff. You mess up your hairline, they're not going to post. But if you do it, but you keep doing at it, people will see how you progress and then they will trust you more. That's what they would do. You guys are coming up with these ideas to make money. They will show the customer that you're not perfect. You're just like them. I started out messed up. You try it too. You can look like this. Oops. Okay. Okay. Dave Sincere says there was a barber who did home calls. Then he got diagnosed with COVID and passed away a week later. That stopped a lot of. I saw that. I saw that. Leroy Diaz. Hey, SMD family. Pleasant good night to everyone. All right. Have a good one, Leroy. Haven't seen you in a minute. Righteous Media Group, thank you. Shout out to Righteous Media Group for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you for the tip, he says, or he or she says, sorry. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you. Especially in a time like this, it's much appreciated. I want you guys to understand it doesn't matter the amount. In this time like this, much appreciated. Dave Sincere says, yes, it's the best. It's best to wait to buy a home because now a lot of sellers have pulled their homes off the market. Plus, a lot of people are getting forbearances, but many of them did not read the fine print. Oh, don't worry about any of that. Pulling them off the market, all this other stuff. No, don't worry about any of that. It is about to be a housing market crash. They will be back on the market in foreclosures, tax liens. Don't worry about any of that. Just chill. 29 still, Righteous Media Group says, I'm 29 still learning. Hey, man, that's the perfect age. Perfect. I know when you're 29, you think, oh, man, I'm almost 30. I'm getting old. No, don't let that get in your head. Don't let your friends make you think that. Don't let your friends make you think 30's old. That's just the start. That's the right age to get started. You will be rich. Right now, it's not too late. Okay? Don't fall for that because I did. My good friend Dale. One of the most important decisions you will ever make is who you choose to marry. You're right. You're right. If you get out, check this out. If you get out of debt, you become debt free. I promise you, you will not marry somebody in debt. I promise you, you won't. I promise you. I promise you, you won't. Because there's nothing like this freedom. Shout out to NC Biggs for the $10 super chat. Thank you, sir. I just realized I could save $32,000, and that would cover a $160,000 house, which like the max I pay. But I probably can't get a loan because I would have just filed for bankruptcy. Don't worry about any of that. This is what you're not seeing, NC Biggs. This is what you're not seeing. Housing market crash. Okay, save your money. You walk up to the bank. You know what they're going to look at? Don't worry about the bankruptcy. They're going to see that you have no debt. That's all you need to worry about, that you have no debt. Don't worry about the bankruptcy, okay? I promise you. Dave Sincere says, one of my best buddies, he has 5 kids. The youngest two are 16 and 18. Their mother put them on child support years ago. Now that their kids are almost adults and child support running out. What's up? Yeah, I'm getting there. All right. All right, you guys. Okay, we're gonna get through these notes and we're gonna wrap. All right, you guys. Okay, we're gonna get through the stream of things here. Sorry. All right. Okay. All right. Dave Sincere says she wants to reconcile and try to work things out with him. And guess what? He fell for it. Ooh, man. Damn. Leroy Diaz, shout out. $40.99 super chat. Hey, LJ. Keep up the good work educating the SMD family and new members. Thank you, Leroy. Much appreciated. Thank you, man. Always much appreciated. Again, I keep reiterating, especially a time like this, okay? Abe says, do you recommend filing Chapter 7? Sure do. Believe that. That's a get out of debt free card right now. If you lost your job, hours, home, coronavirus, that's guaranteed Chapter 7. Boom. Get out of debt free card right now. Dave says, ESPN told the analysts on TV they have to accept a 15% pay cut or be laid off. See ya. I would let them lay me off so I can get unemployment. I wouldn't quit. I would say, you got to lay me off then. Lay me off. Lay me off. I'm not accepting the 15% pay cut. Lay me off. Okay, unemployment. They're doing $1,200 a week. Yeah, I'll take it. But people in debt can't afford that. They're in debt, so they're going to accept it. Only slaves take. Only slaves accept pay cuts and work the same amount of hours. Only slaves do that. I would never do that. When you get debt free, you'll never accept that. No, sir. No, lay me off. I'm not working for free. Gabriel says, I want to see when normal is coming back to regular people. They will be chasing people that don't accept that times are evolving. They will chase the old normal for the next 10 to 15 years. They'll be chasing it. And then they'll pass on that tradition or whatever that is to their children, chasing something that doesn't even exist. Adventurer Prime Fire says, I have been putting in the work and have never paid interest. Some of my investment have gone down, but my net worth is still more than a year's pay. Yeah. I mean, some of my investments have gone. That's cool. All people need is Adventurer says all people need is this app. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Cosmic says, man, you guys don't even know the power moves going down with people that have cash. Yeah, people are getting cheap out here. Lobbyists for hire. And I do admire the gangster of all of it. I know, discipline. Isn't it wonderful? Cosmic sees it. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Discipline. I kind of figured that's what you mean. You got to have some discipline for sure. I'm witnessing, Cosmic says, I'm witnessing major chess moves while people are freaking out. Yeah. And you know what's so crazy, Cosmic? They're doing it right in front of people, but they can't see it because they're in fear. Your fear blinds you, debt blinds you, and fear blinds you. You can't even see the moves that are being made, obviously, because I want you guys to understand something. Everything is hidden in plain sight. Nothing is hidden. They're doing it right in front of your face. But if you're in debt, you can't see it. Dave Sincere says they're not entertaining none of this foolishness. They're sitting back and waiting it out. Yeah, just wait. I'm just kicking back. People always say, hey, LJ, what you investing in? Silver, gold? No, I'm not investing in nothing. I'm just sitting back watching. Cosmic says, LJ getting in trouble, y'all. You better get him out of here. Be quiet, Cosmic. Oh, I do got to hurry up, though. Okay. Jared says, my friend who bought a house was already in debt without a job and had a lot of student loans. Ooh, told me she may have to file bankruptcy. Oh, she will. She will. By what you just described, Jared, I guarantee you she has a FHA loan. Guaranteed. FHA. Guaranteed. I can tell by the way you're saying it. Joe Wu says, LJ, are you well versed with investment advice? No. Nope. I'm only on personal. I only deal with personal finances. Nothing to do with outside investment. I just teach people how to pick the right investment people to do with what you're trying to. If you're investing in property, I know how I can give you advice how to choose the right person. If you want to invest in the stock market and need a broker, I can help you know how to choose the right person to do the right investing. Please, thank you, Cosmic. Join the Discord server. We have more discussions over there. Myself, all the SMD family members are all in there giving SMD family advice. Please join it. Click on there. Here's the link in here. There's a link in the description. Okay. Dave Sincere says, I got 7 views on my LinkedIn. I'm getting more views on mine too. Page just this week from recruiters. I can only imagine people who are in high demand. Oh, yeah. You better name your price, though. Don't accept anything less. Abe says, hey, LJ, if I file Chapter 7, wouldn't it affect my credit? Yes. Who cares? Doesn't matter. All you care about is $0 owed. Don't worry about your credit score. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about any of that. Gabriel says, it's going to be really interesting in December, man, for real, man. Yeah. I'm only thinking, I know it's going to go 18 months, but I'm seeing if this $2,000 a month thing is going to come through. I personally believe it's going to come through because it has to. That money has to come by summertime. It has to. You know why? Because the stimulus money is about to run out. What do you think people are going to do with no stimulus money and no jobs? What do you think is going to happen if that $2,000 doesn't come through? This is going to introduce what's called UBI, universal basic income or something like that. That's going to be, look it up. Look it up. Jerry says, I was shocked over 40% of Americans didn't have a bank account. I wasn't. Not really. 85% of Americans are in debt. Half of those people don't even know they're in debt. People, think about it this way. People in debt believe they are actually contributing to retirement in their 401ks, IRAs, because these people sound so smart. They're like, hey, man, yeah, I put this in there. I got some stocks there. I put my 401k money here and this and that. And all you got to do is this. Add up. If you're one of these people that believe you're contributing to your 401k, this is what I want you to do. Add up all your savings. Add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have to contribute to your 401k. Now that's going to be a large negative number. Now this is going to be the problem. You're going to be like, wait a minute. How is that possible for me to contribute to my 401k when in the negative? I see that I'm contributing money from my check stub, but according to mathematics, I have no money. How's that possible? Now this is the problem you're going to have. Are you going to believe mathematics or are you going to believe your lying eyes? Which one are you going to believe? Which one? Adventurer Prime Fire says, that is the seen and the unseen in the economy. Correct. The seen and the unseen. There's two economies. One people in debt can see, and one people and people that can see both. There's the people, when you're in debt, you can't see this economy. But people that see this economy can see this economy and that economy. But when you're in debt, you only see that economy. You're probably thinking, how do I know which economy I am in? Okay, if you're making, let's say you're making six figures, you probably think you're middle class, right? I'm making six figures, I'm middle class. But say like you're double that in debt. You're only in the debt class. There is no such class. You're only in debt class, middle class, upper. You're just in debt. You're below zero. You're not in any class but the debt class. You're under zero, right? But if you're making six figures and you believe you're in the middle class, you're in debt. You're in the debt class. But if you believe you're in the middle class, I guess you just believe you're in the middle class. Whatever. They're even adding classes within classes. They just make jokes of people. The sheeple. Okay, there's middle class, and then there's upper middle class, and then there's lower middle class, and they should be making up stuff, and you just believe that you're in it. It makes absolutely no sense. But if you believe you're in it, I guess, whatever. Abe says, if I file Chapter 7, wouldn't it affect my able to get an apartment? No. This is why. Okay. Check this out, Abe. And I want you to understand, remember the times that you're in right now. There's about to be a major economic crash. When you file Chapter 7, now all your debt is gone. Now all your checks will be yours. So check this out. You go to an apartment complex and you get ready to sign a year lease, but you got bad credit, right? So you go, hey, man, I want a year lease. They're going to say, how's your credit? You're going to say it's bad, right? And then they're going to say, oh, I filed bankruptcy. But I tell you what, if I pay you the whole year out right now, because when you don't have debt, you have money. I'll pay you the whole year. Will you give me 2 months free? And in a time like this, where millions of people are not paying their rent, they will damn near give you 6 months free if you pay 6 months up front because you have cash. Who cares about your credit? You think they're going to turn you down? Hell no. Yeah, I'll pay 8 months up front for the year lease, but I only want to pay 8 months. You give me 4 months for free. They're going to say, yep. You pay less when you have money. You think people in debt can pay out a year lease? Hell no, they can't. No, they're in debt. Joe Wu says, my degree is in marketing, so I'm hoping to combine it with IT. There's going to be a lot of people online that's going to need internet marketing. So if you're in marketing, master internet marketing. Master it. Master internet marketing, because there's going to be a lot of entrepreneurs on the internet that's going to need to get themselves out there. And if you're a master marketer, you need it. You'll make so much money. Adventurer Prime Fire says, I'm into Austrian economics, but you have to understand MMT in this crazy world. To me, I personally, I think it's just all the same. As long as you know the basics, long as you know people, as long as there are people in debt, no matter where you're at, Germany, whatever country, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Debt runs the economy. As long as you go there, you go to a different country, say, okay, how does the economy work here? Okay, how many people are in debt? What are people in debt doing? And just go into whatever economy you're doing, you go to another economy and say, I'm going to always do the opposite of what the majority of people in debt do. So whatever, if you go to Germany and the majority of people do the same things over here in America, you say, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do the opposite. And then you'll be rich. DOS says, I'm confused. You never talk about net worth and income. You are leaving things out. I'm never talking about net worth and income. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals your net worth right there. Okay? Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals your net worth. It's really simple. I just did it. I always talk about a DOS. I always talk about it. Your income doesn't matter, especially when you're in debt. Your income matters if you're not in debt. If you're in debt, you need your income to get you out of debt. That's it. DOS says, when you don't have debt, you only have cash if you have income. When you don't have debt, you only have cash if you have income. Yes. Correct. DOS, by the way, I love your content, but income is number one. Yes, I agree. It's number one. And I'm not thinking you're saying anything bad. I'm just, because with me, when I talk to you guys, I'm just talking mathematics. That's it. Math has no feelings, nothing. Math is either right or it's either wrong. And I know I'm right because math is on my side. So, and I appreciate you, DOS. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate you. Appreciate it. But income only matters when you're not in debt. I mean, it matters. Just going to help you. The bigger income you have to get you out of debt faster. But if there's people making millions of dollars, but they're triple that in debt. So the $1 million salary really doesn't matter if they're triple in debt. They're just in the debt class. So it doesn't matter. If you're under zero, you're with everybody else. Everybody's just fighting who's deeper in debt. That's it. But if you're under zero, that's it. Dave Sincere says, I'm never able to jump into Discord server when you guys are on. I get notifications at times. Assets equal liabilities plus equity. That is the accounting equation. Assets equal liabilities plus equity. See, when I put it this way, Adventurer Prime Fire, asset, you got to be careful when people use the words asset. People believe, like, for example, people believe their personal homes are assets. They're not assets. They're liabilities. What do you mean? You're paying. And plus, a person that might be deep in debt that has a house, they might think it's theirs. It all counts on who you're talking to compare and using words. When they're using words, you got to be very careful. Is a person that has a house, do they have a 20-year-old student loan? If a person that believes their house is an asset, but they have a 25-year-old student loan, that's not an asset. And I wouldn't be taking advice from a person that has student loans older than their children. That doesn't make any sense. It all counts on who you're talking about and who you're talking to. Shout out to Jared J. Thank you for the $2 super chat donation. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your content, LJ. Keep grinding, bro. Thank you. We're going to be off in about 10 minutes, okay? I got to cut this off in 10 minutes. Let me text her to make sure you know. 1 second. All right, shout out to you, Jared J. DOS, your great inspiration. Dave Ramsey is the white LJ. That's funny. I mean, you know what's so funny, DOS? I've been hearing that, man. That is the funniest thing. But I think Chris Hogan. Yeah, Chris Hogan already got that spot. Chris Hogan already got that spot. I respect them both too. Don't get me wrong. I love Dave Ramsey, Chris Hogan, all those guys. But shout out to you, DOS, man. I appreciate the question. All right, I want to let you know that I want everybody to know it's comfortable to speak your mind here. As long as it's, hey, I want to know this, why that, I like it. I like it. Okay. Joe Wu says, I'm definitely going to look into the certifications for IT that you mentioned. Thank you, LJ. And believe it, and this is what I want you, Joe Wu, this is what I want you to make sure. I know it's going to sound odd, but if you get into IT and you get into working on a particular software or whatever, take the time to read the manuals of the software. Don't walk in and just take everybody's advice. No matter if you walk into a job and this guy's good at this and that, I'm not saying I'm not knocking away somebody being good, but all I promise you, read the manual yourself. Always read the directions. Take the time, even if it's your own time. Okay. This is the only time I would work off the clock because I know it'd be better for myself. I would take the time to read that boring manual about the software. You will be surprised how many people you work with have no idea about how the software can truly work because nobody reads the directions. They just walk in and say, hey man, how would I do this? Then somebody shows them a couple clicks here and there. You do this and that. And then you just keep doing it because I discovered that myself. I was trying to work on something. I'm a VMware engineer. I was a VMware engineer, right? And I was trying to do something. And I was asking all the so-called experts until I finally sat down and read that boring manual. And guess what? I discovered what I was looking for in the freaking manual. And then I go back to the experts and say, hey, man, I asked you this and you said no, and it's right here. Did you know that? They're like, oh, no, man, I didn't know. I said, okay, I won't do that no more. So if you're an IT professional, you will get the edge if you take the time to read the boring manuals that come with that software. Do it. D Ham says, so a mortgage is not an investment. It counts on how you're doing it. It all counts on how you're doing it. If you get an FHA mortgage, no. You get a VA mortgage, no. If you get a FHA 203KB, whatever, no. Right there. Look what Cosmic says. Cosmic Wisdom. If you're paying for an asset, it's not an asset. See how people mix up words? You can go to a homeowner with an FHA mortgage and say, hey, man, is your house an asset? They will turn to you and look you dead in the eyes and say, yes, it's an asset. No, it's not. It all counts on who you're asking. You're already there, Gabriel. Adventure Prime Fire says that is how you build financial statements. An individual must classify themselves what is an asset or liability. Yeah. I mean, I'm at the point to where I can just hear somebody speak about money and I'll know if they know about money or not. It's like, hey man, did you pay cash for that new iPhone 11? If they turn to me and say no, if I listen to this. If I see somebody with a brand new iPhone 11 Pro in their hand and I ask them, did you pay cash for that phone? And if they tell me no, I would never listen. I would never take financial advice from somebody financing a cell phone. You're financing a cell phone? And you want to give me financial advice? Hell no. Hey man, I got this car on sale. I'll be like, did you pay cash for it? No? Then why do you think you got it on sale? I don't get it. I don't get it. How long did you finance it for? 72 months? Then why do you think you got it on sale? I don't get it. Did you guys know? Hey, check this out. Did you guys know that they only make people in debt stay all day at a car lot to buy one single car? They only make people in debt stay 8 hours on a car lot to buy one car. If you had cash, would you stay there all day if you had cash? If you walked on the car lot and said, hey, I want that car, and they said, hey, sit down. It's going to take me 8 hours to do your paperwork. Would you stay there? You would get up and leave. They only do that to people in debt. See how they do you so wrong? They do you dirty. That's why they set up the little kiddie pens in the corner for your kids to play, because only people in debt would sit there that long. Only people in debt would do that. D Ham says, but if the property is now worth more than the purchase price, that's an investment. D Ham, I would have to see your personal, honestly, D Ham, nothing personal. I would have to see your personal credit report to believe a word you're saying. I would have to see if you're in debt. If you're in debt, I can't take any financial advice from you. You're in debt. That's why you think investment is this and that. I'm not saying directly to you personally. I'm just saying in general. Anybody that says, hey, if I do this, is it an investment? The first question I'm going to ask, let me see your personal credit report first, and then I'll tell you if that's an investment. If you think you got an investment with an FHA mortgage, I know you're in debt, because FHA mortgages are only for people in debt. Only people in debt would ever in a million years accept all the stuff inside of a FHA mortgage, the conditions and the fees and the PMI. Only people in debt would ever accept that. Only. So when somebody asks, hey man, I got this property, this is an investment, the first question what kind of mortgage did you get? If they say, I don't know, or FHA mortgage, I stop listening to them. I'm not paying attention to you. Why? You got an FHA mortgage. Why would I listen to you? That's hey, Joe. Yes, it is. You don't have to be part of it. You can be rich and not be part of it. Let them be materialistic and you be rich. Adventurer Prime Fire says cash and credit are two different financing options. Well, no, because if you have cash, you're not financing anything. Only credit finances. Cash, you don't finance anything. Financing means, so you got to make sure you use the words. When you finance, that means you're using credit. If you have cash, financing has nothing to do with it because you're paying cash. You buy, for example, say like this. Say like I want a Tesla. I mean, I do want a Tesla. I'm going to have cash. I'm going to wait till next year, buy it from somebody that got in over their head in credit trouble for half the price. I'm going to buy it under Blue Book, drive it for a few years. When I'm tired of it, I'll sell it at Blue Book. That means the time between the two, I drove the car for free. See what I'm saying? Thank God, D-Ham. Thank you. I'm so glad you said that. Thank you, D-Ham. You made me feel good. It's not even my mortgage. Thank you. DOS says, you're spot on, LJ. You're revolutionary because you cut through the BS and simplify the financial system. You think like a banker, not a client. Bravo, sir. And you know, so crazy, DOS? I kid you not. Everybody in this room, I want you guys to understand something. I'm only using the math that I learned in grade school. My teacher, Miss Klingensmith. That's it. I promise you guys. I'm not doing anything fancy. I promise you. This will be your gift. You're going to be so mad at yourself when you find out. I was mad at myself. When you find out that all I had to do was apply the math that I learned in grade school to my finances, I would have been a millionaire a long time ago, years ago. Yes. Okay, we're going to have to wrap this up. I got 3 minutes, you guys, 3 minutes. I'll rush through these last ones here. Cosmic, if it's personal property, it's a liability, not an asset. Thank you, Cosmic. She has much more knowledge on that on that subject. D-Ham says, so should I rent versus a mortgage? It counts on if you're in debt or not. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals if I rent or not. So if you're in debt, you have no choice but to rent. Savings minus debt equals how much money I have for a house. If that's in the negative, you have absolutely no choice but to rent. How do I know this? You're in debt. You have no money. You have no money to buy a house. So you have to rent. And renting's not bad. Don't fall for that stuff. Gabriel says, LJ, when you get famous, remember, don't forget the SMD family. Never will, because you guys have been part of it all the way through. All right, I got to hurry up here. I got 2 minutes. All right, Cosmic says it depends on your situation. I have a property, then the assets. Cosmic knows all that stuff. Get on the Discord server, and she will fill your head with all the information you need if she's in the mood. Michael Rambo, thanks. Shout out for the $5 super chat. You're sleeping on you're sleeping on the couch tonight, LJ. I've been showing her everything you've been saying, Mike. I have. And so I don't want to sleep on the couch, so I got less than a minute here. I'm rushed through these. Just know the difference. Gabriel says, I will never, ever have a mortgage. I'd rather rent. I'm 50, so most likely I probably will, but next year I probably won't need one because I'll be able to buy houses cash next year and the year after that. I'm gonna be with Cosmic. All right, Adventurer Prime Fire says cash has an opportunity cost of using it. It is currently trash, but still matters. It counts on if you're in debt or not. It really does. It counts on who's holding it. It's put it this way, Adventurer Prime Fire. Say like I had $1,000 in my hand right now, $1,000 cash. Now I'm not in debt. The $1,000 cash is real, okay? But if I hand it to somebody that's $50,000 in student loan debt, if I gave it to them, it disappears because now it's negative 49,000. The money's not real because I gave it to a person in debt, so it doesn't exist now because it's negative 49,000. If they gave it back to me, now they're back to negative 50,000 and $1,000 for me. See how it is? It all counts on who's holding the money. All right, Yellow J. One day I'll look back at this time and remember that it all started with LJ and S&D fan. And I want you guys to remember this. I want you guys to never forget these videos. They're going to be relevant for 10 to 20 years to come. All right, so we're going to wrap this up. I got to get out of here. DM is throwing your money away. Enjoy your lady. I'll catch you next time. All right, Joe Wu, financial industry makes it complicated on purpose. So exactly once you get out of debt, and you'll see why they make it complicated. That's on purpose for people in debt. It confuses credit. Credit's just a business. They just keep people confused and in debt. That's all. Just whatever, right? Once you get out of there, you go, oh, that's why it's confusing to keep people in debt. Yeah, not me. All right. I got to get out of here, you guys. Thank you, everybody. Michael Rambo, thank you. Shout out to you, sir. All right. Until next time, okay? I'm out of here. Thank you, everybody, for joining another wonderful, wonderful broadcast, SVD family. Check out the Discord server. The link is in the description. All right. Cash App right here. Thank you, everybody, for the donations, for Super Chat. Here's my Cash App, just in case you want to send some money for help. I get it all the time. People send me money, say, hey, man, you helped me. I know I don't say anything, but you helped me a lot. Appreciate it. And put in a little note of what I've done that inspires me to keep going. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Here's SavingsMinusDebt.com for my services. You can share my channel. Just tell people to Google hashtag SavingsMinusDebt. There's my PayPal. All right. Join me on Facebook, Facebook/SavingsMinusDebt. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Good night. Good night, everyone. See you later, Uber Guy, Yellow J, Holly, Erica. See you later, Joe Wu. Until next time, you guys. See you later. Goodbye.